deep into our first match.
I don't know who's. Oh, wait a minute. No, we haven't. Is this? No, I
Aunty
don't know.
versus Origami.
Oh, okay. So we're seeing more Aunty. Okay, I thought that was a leftover from last round. Hell yeah.
I'm assuming it's not an artifact, but yeah, Aunty versus Origami. So this is tough for Aunty, right? They go from that Soul against Aerodat that we just watched, now having to go up against Origami, who is honestly a fairly strong Nagoriyuki player.
Oh no, the 6H and then just Fukio into the command grab. Yeah, that's it's a rough way to get hit. Rough way to get hit right there. All right, here it is.
Not a great start.
So this is going to be first to 3, not the first to 5
Okay.
series we were doing in
That was my next question. I didn't know if we did first to 2s at all. I think Guilty Gear overall should be first to 3, but that is so much damage. That was 2 normals.
That's crazy. 6H is a phenomenally damaged move. Oh, 6P. Okay, yep. Okay. That's a Nagoriyuki round right there for sure.
Nothing you can do.
Nothing you could do there. Not a single thing. Just die. Well, Ino's got something going here. All right, Aunty, probably still feeling a little warmed up from that exhibition, feeling like I got something to prove. Yeah, doesn't make the burst. Found a good spot to burst there, honestly, from Origami.
Yeah, I mean, for a mixed character, I feel like Ino's burst baits are not where they need to be.
There's too much commitment, right? Like, you have to commit to doing that.
That was sick.
That was sick. All right, there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
It's crazy that they had to then still OTG, though.
yeah.
Because Nago just gets so much out of his life bar.
That big boy health. All right, I want to see if Aunty wins this, I want to see all the college boys pop off for this, you know?
That would be
Got
pretty
some
sick.
of the boys, yeah. I mean, they were popping off pretty good for the exhibition. I was impressed by like how much folks were getting into that. I wish we had like a cam for that or something, but still, this was mad sick. Oh, there it is, our target combo, RC. Ooh, JS to contain Aunty in the corner. Looks like caught the 2H start up there from Nagoriyuki.
Had to spend the meter to get the knockdown, though.
And there it is, that 2S, that Nagoriyuki 2S, too clean.
It's really good.
That's game 2.
Lightning quick, too. That was perfect on perfect, but not the way they wanted it to be.
Nah, definitely not.
Interesting that we're going to see Aunty actually win the round start, but
not something. Oh no! Look at that. Yeah, counter hit 6H is so much damage.
And I mean, even with the scaling off of the command grab there, because you don't get scaling after red RC anymore.
That's so crazy.
It still does a lot of damage. Yeah, that one, I don't know if that change is going to last, chat. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's surviving the winter patch, but...
Just to say, hey, you know what? Enjoy it while you got it. Don't be sad it's gone. Be sad that it happens.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that on a lot of things.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this patch, like, some of these characters, they're privileged.
Oh, classic Nagoriyuki Oki right there. Close S, it whipped. Okay, do it again. Let's go.
That is a 3-0 for Origami.
3-0 for Origami. Very nice.
But
wow.
Yeah, I mean, talking about the next patch, the winter patch, excuse me. Like, we don't know when it's coming.
No clue.
What's going on. We don't know any information from Arxis just yet. We don't even know what the character is going to be.
It's going to be Sin Kiske. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. It's going to be Slayer. It's going to be Slayer, right? Yeah.
That's the thing. We have no clue. There's so many characters they could pick from, but we're still waiting on Arxis to announce that. But we don't even have, like, a timeline. Like, who knows? UFA this weekend? Who knows? Like, at least with, like, Capcom with Street Fighter 6, at this point, we can know that any Street Fighter 6 announcement is coming from a Capcom Direct.
Yes.
Arxis is just like, neat.
Whatever. We'll figure it out. No, they'll just pull a, they'll do like with what they did with Blaze Blue are all back. And just be like, all right, here's the announcement. Also, it's coming out tomorrow.
Which, to be fair, I love that, right?
I love that,
like,
too.
if you're going to be doing an announcement at a major event, I feel like being like, oh, it's available tomorrow. Because they did it with Bridget, too.
Yeah. Hey,
like,
by the way, guys, when you get home from this event, you can play whatever you want. I love that. That's optimal.
That is, definitely optimal social media usage right there.
Yes.
But my point was, I don't know what we're going to get patch-wise, like who's going to get buffed, who's going to get nerfed. The biggest offense that I think needs to get nerfed is Happy Chaos 5 Dust Gunshot.
Yeah, I'll just say Happy Chaos.
So, no, I like the current mix of Happy Chaos. I like the shenanigans and the schmicks that he can do. Yeah. Maybe roll Gunshot, too, because I think majority of players find that more frustrating than Tap Dust Gunshot.
Yeah.
My thing is that, like, Tap Dust doesn't have any negatives as Happy Chaos. Because if it's on hit, you get gunshot, you get a full combo.
Yep.
If it's on block, you get gunshot, and you're safe. So, like, there's just no downside to it.
Just do it. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend.
Like, even I feel like Zato has a little bit more, like, potential negatives coming out of his, even if it's covered by Frog. But either way, next matchup here, we're going to have
Nushinator and Levity. So these are both, I think these are two mainstays here. Oh my god, that was mad nice. Nushinator on that Soul bad guy, and of course Levity playing the king himself.
Which this character's been seeing a lot of play more recently. People thought he was nerfed this patch, but I think they just took some time to get used to him because he's seeing a lot of good top-tier play right now.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters to watch. Maybe not play against, but I'm a big Leo fan, at least conceptually. I think this character is so sick.
I mean, we've even seen like the likes of Boomer Show pick up this character recently.
Really? I have not seen that.
Yeah,
That's
she
awesome.
played, it was TNS 2 weeks ago, I think.
Oh, I gotta start watching TNS. Like, there's just so much good content there that I'm just always missing. That's too bad.
But yeah, it's a strong character. The flash kicks, people don't respect it, really.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and I mean, honestly, the biggest change that he received was he can now cross you up in the corner.
Ooh.
So if you get knocked down in that corner, he can actually corp hop over you into the corner himself, but he can back and forth it. So it's like the mid-screen mix that he gets, except now in the corner.
That was a huge mistake for Levity right there. Just cancel into the wrong thing, and that is going to get blocked. Yeah, have to RC that. The crossover. Great blocks from the Nushinator. Let's go. And a jump in,
yeah. Jump dust coming out. But, I mean, just because Soul Bad Guy's in a good spot right now, not Soul Bad Guy, Leo's in a good spot right now, doesn't mean Soul isn't that guy.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yes, you're absolutely right, though. Even Soul's another character, like we talked about. Like, I see, recent tier list I saw had him, like, kind of at the bottom. Reasoning was, like, he's just been power crept, you know what I mean? But a lot of the better Souls out there, like you were talking about, Monkey Business is the one I always go to, because Monkey is just very smart in the way he plays. Monkey makes him look good still, so I don't know. Personal preference, I guess. Levity gonna cash out with the super right here, get the wall break, positive bonus. Yeah, just playing it safe, respectful of that DP.
I like it. Yep. Oh, even when didn't believe in the hit, but that 5K anti-air, definitely something gonna be worried about.
I'm glad to know that combo hasn't changed over the years.
Wow, he actually had the back turn 5P anti-air punish. That is not something you see very often.
No, not at all.
Mostly because in back turn you can't block. So
Yeah.
why would you be trying to anti-air in back turn stance?
Yeah. Oh, that's too funny. All right, Levity walking away with that first game. Close game so far. So smart. So smart. Yeah, that absolutely works against projectiles. Leo's projectiles, too, are like something that I feel like we don't get to see as much. The classic Soul bad guy. Yup, slide forward, PRC with the grab. Another one? Another one? Yup, here we go.
Yeah, the Leo projectiles are very unique, too.
Yeah.
Just in terms of how they operate across the screen. They eat up a lot of counter projectiles, and obviously they eat up some of the screen, but like, you don't see them super often comparatively.
Which is funny because I feel like a lot of people that have had to deal with them are like, damn, I don't know what to do. Too bad I don't have to do it for long because Leo's running right in after. You know what I mean?
Like, that's the thing is like, you know, he could technically play like Guile.
Yeah.
He could just let the projectiles rip, try and get you to, you know, jump over it and flash kick
Flash
you.
kick, yeah.
Like, but he doesn't. He's a madman. He's like, I'm going to throw stuff at you and then throw myself at you.
It's the Leo player agenda. That's what it is, yeah.
And you know, I respect it. I'm all about it.
No, I'm here for it. I think it's sick.
A thing that I've noticed a lot of Leos add into their kit recently has been those guard points. They're like, if you send out the close slash or the far slash and hold the normal, it puts you in like this shielded state. And you can still approach. And if you armor through something, it's almost always a counter hit. You get a combo afterwards, and they're pretty significant combos.
Yo, speaking of counter hits, big 6H right here.
Yeah.
We got the optimal ones? No, not quite. All right, 5K. And of course the flash kick. More than enough there. Levity taking game number 2.
Leo is definitely one of those characters I wish I could play, but as I got into fighting games much later than a lot of people, I still struggle with charge characters. So I know he's only like partial charge, because like I don't think Guilty Gear Strive has a full charge character.
Nah.
Actually, May?
May, kind of. Yeah, I think she's got some charge moves. So that's funny you say that. I got a little boomer story here for you. This isn't me, but back in the day, I guess, charge characters were like the baby characters, and if you play charge characters, you weren't good enough to learn motion. And now people are like, charge characters? Too hard, yeah. But I know a lot of people, like old school cats that started Third Strike or stuff like that, or even older games, learning charge characters because they're like, I don't know what's supposed to work so far. Damn, all right, round start, DP, the Leo player classic. Yeah, Levity's feeling it right now, look at this.
Oh, but you put yourself in the corner, and now you got to block so bad guy.
High, low, good defense. Oh, gets thrown.
Back. And he gets back turn stance, too. Oh, gives it up. Do it again.
Levity just needs this one more round. That bait of the burst. Oh.
I think that's why they kept turning out of back turn. Because I was like, they're not pushing the issue at all.
Yo,
and then
brother.
There's a reason, I guess.
All right, Levity 3-0 over the Nushinator. Still one of my favorite games. Locally. The Nushinator is just love it. Love to see it.
So, chat, if you're enjoying the show, as we've already seen 2 matches here today, on top of the exhibition we saw earlier, we actually do currently have a Matcherino going on for today's bracket.
Hell
so,
yeah.
! Matcherino in the chat. All you got to do, sign in, click claim code, 25 cents into the pot for today's players.
Yep.
There are not many things on the internet that take less time than claiming a Matcherino code.
It really is. And if you don't have an account, it's super easy. You can link it to pretty much any of your social media accounts, your Twitch, which if you're on Twitch, you probably got that already. It takes literally 2 seconds. Thank you. Hit the claim code button. And if you're feeling generous, of course, you can hit that direct contribution button, throw a quick 5 down. And I know a bunch of these players would absolutely appreciate that, so please get in there. While we're waiting for our next match, I feel like we also have to talk about our next offline monthly, which is scheduled for December 10th, also a Saturday. And of course, we're going to see all these great games that we've seen today there as well. Xrd, Strive, BBCF, and Melty Blood, one of my personal favorites.
Yep.
Glad to see MBTL make a...
Big fan of Melty Blood. I got to commentate it at East Coast Throwdown, which was...
Yeah, you did.
I was like,
you were with Fox too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was bad sick.
I was a big fan of Melty Blood before that, like visually, like being able to watch it and stuff like that. Being able to then do commentary for it made me an even bigger fan. I'm super happy that I got that opportunity, and the game has been crushing it lately. Shout outs to specifically Wanted, who's been having a lot of great content for Melty Blood lately.
I actually got to hop on with one of the French commentators and do some Wanted for Melty Blood a couple weeks ago, and the level of play that some of those cats had was mind-blowing. We have some of the best players in the world here in the United States, like Scrot and Masoma they can absolutely challenge some of Japan's best, but wow, Europe's got it going on too. Like they had some very nice stuff.
People forget that Europe can actually play games.
Yeah.
And I don't know what made them forget it, because then like
watch Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Dragon Ball comes in and you gotta. Well, I mean not lately. Nitro's been cooking them, but we had Wawa for a while. Yasha,
Shanks. I mean, there's so many good European players.
And that's just Dragon Ball, too. That's not even talking about some of the other titles that they operate in. Like, everybody knows Problem X from Street Fighter.
Yep. There's mad good Tekken European cats. Super Akuma is from France. Probably one of the best Akuma players in the game right now.
Didn't I just see them tweeting about how they got hit by a hurricane, though?
Really?
Am I wrong?
France?
I could have sworn I just saw a Super Akuma tweet talking about them needing help from. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say fact check that for me because I'm not 100% sure. I don't follow Super Akuma on
news source. Please don't rely on us too.
Yeah, listen, we're on the internet. Oh wait, did you say Twitter's not a reliable?
We're making stuff up on the internet.
BostonBluebeat specifically is not a reputable news source.
I saw it on Twitter, so that might actually be my problem.
Yeah. Did it have a check mark next to it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Did I get baited?
Yeah.
I'll check it when my internet works, but.
All right, so it looks like we're going to see some more of one of my favorite characters. We have some Testament versus some Kyle Kisuke, and that means I'm seeing Lucky D. Yo, let's go, Testament! I'm sorry, I had to clown on Dan for a minute. Who we got? So is this Lucky D, and is this who else we got on here? Is this the college player again?
Pilot,
thank you. I could not remember their name. So Pilot, who had a very convincing Testament, but we'll see.
So I think they were having a control issue for a second.
Yeah,
I can see Dan sitting back in his chair. But yeah, Dan's been playing, or Lucky D, some people probably know him more. He's been playing the Kai Kisuke, I think, pretty much the whole time that they've been playing Guilty Gear Strive.
Yep.
They're a very neutral-focused player, obviously coming from Street Fighter where they played Dalsim. They were playing a fairly neutral-based squad when they were playing Dragon Ball as well.
Yep.
So they know how to frustrate people.
Yeah.
And Kai Kisuke is actually really good at doing that.
And Dan's like kind of the gatekeeper in a lot of these tournaments too.
Yeah.
Like Dan's not always going to make top 8 or make it like into that top 3 block, but Dan's going to gatekeep a whole ton of players trying to make them. So if you want to succeed in these tournaments, you got to prove that you know how to deal with the Kyle, with monster energy. You know.
I said it earlier, way beginning.
6B.
I thought Kai is incredibly strong this season, and I almost said it during our last match we were watching the Soul Bad Guy, but well, because you said that Soul's been power crept, and I was gonna say a lot of people actually said that he got power crept by Kai.
Yeah, exactly.
In previous seasons, if you wanted to play like a Shoto-esque character, you played Soul Bad Guy. Nowadays, you play Kai Kisuke.
Which is funny because in Xrd it was also like that. Like Kai was busted in Xrd. I hated dealing with that character. That corner Oki was aggressive. Here we go. Pilot finally getting a little bit going right here. Ooh, let's see if Dan knows how to deal with the Testament. Yeah, beautiful punish on the BRC there. All right, Pilot taking that first round.
Yeah, I am curious how much practice Dan has in this matchup. Because one thing that can be really frustrating for Testaments in this matchup is you have to have very tight timing as the Testament to actually get the Grave Reaper out before the projectile from Kai comes out. Because the way Grave Reaper travels on the ground, it doesn't block projectiles.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So if you're fast enough as the Kai, you can get your projectile out at roughly the same time, and yours will actually just travel over the Grave Reaper and force a block.
Dan's doing work with the old electric slide right here. This thing is so fast. Oh, excellent 6P. Yeah, no fly zone right here. Unfortunately, corners himself, and Pilot is going to have to deal with the YRC. The punch confirm is absolutely enough. Cash out the Fuji-R. And we got a game. Let's go.
Yeah, both these characters incredibly strong, and it's just how do they interact with each other is the main question. And if you're in as Testament, you can really take full advantage of it. I mean, we're seeing that right now.
Got to be careful of the DP, of course.
That's one thing. But outside of that, you don't really have to worry about a whole lot. Testament can fight their way out of the corner, but if you're getting caught on a backdash like that, your health bar is not going to live long.
Yeah, absolutely. Here. All right. Dan trying to do some counter zoning with projectiles here, but Pilot gets back in. Staying state applied. Run up throw. Okay, off the jump in. Set it up. Yeah, there we go. Punch confirmed. Spends the burst in the last second to stay alive right here. Oh, I like how Dan used the narrow angle on the fireball to kill Testament's fireball there. Man, that was nice. I know you can do that.
That is something that can catch people off guard a little bit, is the different air approaches that Kai can work with. I want to see Dan start doing some of these JD moves, though, right?
Oh, the Kizzy K? Yeah.
That's some of that high-level stuff that, you know, we've come to expect from these Kai Kisuke masters. That was insanity. Dan got scooped so high out of the sky by that Grave Reaper, and you could tell they just weren't expecting it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, here we go. We're back in RC. Okay, yep. Chooses to suspend the burst there. I like that from Dan, and there it is, the electric slide. Just sliding right into the DMs, getting in there. Projectile, Oki,
taking advantage of those plus frames that Kai gets almost for free, it feels like sometimes. But
yeah, right.
And you know, Testament's normals, they're not that fast. I think their fastest normal is 5 frames as the 2K.
2P.
Is it 2P?
Yeah.
It's one of those two. I know it's a crouching normal, but 5 frames? That's not a great challenger button.
No, and especially when like your pressure revolves around kind of sitting at that mid range. It's not about their fast buttons. It's about how they space them. Which if you got somebody in your face, yeah, good luck getting them off. You got to spend some meter for that. Oh, wow, good jump in for
Great jump back, yeah.
There it is, charge dust combos. Doesn't bait the burst. Pilot does have stayed out. Gonna have to do something. Yeah, that's the classic right there. Drop the EX fireball. 6P the attempt to jump over it. Oh no. Oh, I thought that was gonna kill. Super blocked. Yeah, that's gonna punish. All right, Lucky D taking game number 2 right there.
Looking pretty strong here on the very neutral-focused Kai Kisuke.
Yeah.
Not too wild on like corner mix and stuff like that. They're just taking the correct option, taking advantage of the frame data. Dan doesn't treat frame data like a social construct. He fully believes in it.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, there we go. All right, big hit on the JS right there with 6P. Spends the burst.
Dan's been getting a lot of mileage out of these jump-ins, too.
Yeah.
And that's not something you really expect against Testament. Testament's 6P is insanity.
Which is funny because I think that's the first thing we saw from Pilot in this set was a nice 6P hit, too. So it's not like they don't know how to do it. I think Dan's just finding that good rhythm. Text the throw. BRC to run under. Oh, I love it. Doesn't get the full conversion, but still, oh yeah, look at that. Dan respecting the little succubus right there.
Oh, was not respecting the meaty, though.
Catch out. All right. Is that dead?
No. It's a very low damage overdrive, and it's fairly good or fairly heavy scaling at that point. But
that's fair. Yeah.
The YRC trying to stay safe, but JP, there you go.
There it is.
It's not great at challenging out of the corner, but when you're trying to check those dashes and things midstream, it's a much better option.
Perfect. Yeah, that's all you need. There's the 6P. Gets the full conversion off it, too. All right, look at that corner carry. Another one. Another one. All right. Finally starting to shut down. Lucky D's jumps here.
Yeah, Dan tried to get out of the corner there with the stun dipper, but didn't have the plus frames, got interrupted. Oh, you got hit? Goodbye.
Goodbye. All right, spends the burst, and we're right back in. Oh, almost gets the pickup off 2P, too. That's crazy.
That would have been sick.
I don't know
what he would have been able to get out of it, but it would have looked cool.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Plus frames. That's actually weird. It's crazy. The crow flashed with the projectile right at the end. Dan with the tempo burst. He wasn't in danger of getting hit there. He just didn't want to deal with it anymore.
And there's the 6P. Cancels the Fuja arc, shuts down the jump in. One more round is all Lucky D needs. Yeah, and there's what you're talking about. There's that JD.
I liked how he used it to try and adjust his approach arc, too.
Yeah.
And the best part of the round before this was the way Dan ended it, right? He took advantage of the heavy fireball going over the Grave Reaper, forced Pilot to the sky, and then, like you said, got the 6P.
And that's the second or third round we've seen Dan close out in exactly that fashion. Definitely has a read there. Oh, moving over that crow. Yup. Not ready for the jump in that time. Is able to block it.
Okay. The overdrive.
Wow. Counter hit 2D. Yeah, not enough. Yeah, that is a punish. All right. Sets up staying state right here. But still gets hit by the jump in. Oh, no.
You can't be letting Kai Kisuke get away with it. And he's going to have plenty of time at the end. Gets the throw. The Kai Kisuke true combo. Run up and throw. Let's see, what do we got on this replay here? Is this right at the end there? Yeah. So we saw the nice little interrupt there coming in from Pilot. Had a little bit of space, but as soon as that jumping comes in, it's so difficult to beat because you got the plus frames of the shock state, and you can't really just challenge out because they're going to be able to punish you with a lot of normals, and it's just a throw.
Just a throw, easy as that. All right, so next up, it looks like we are going to see Levity on the screen again, and they are going to be playing one of my favorite people here, Winters, formerly known as Zyvon. I don't remember who they are playing these days. I think it's a little bit of mix of Axel, but I remember they were, Axel. Okay, so it is Axel. I think you put it there for me. Thank you. Lucky guess, I guess. I know last time I talked to Winters, she said that she was trying some other characters, but just keeps coming back to Axel, which we talked about how strong Axel is. Like
if you play a good Axel, you know that the character's great.
Shout out to Remy Celeste, by the way. Yeah, like
who they were playing Chip for a while, actually.
Remy Celeste was? Oh, that's wild. Last time I saw him play was Axel. That's crazy.
I think they ended up going back to Axel, but yeah, they were experimenting with the Chip a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Chip's sick.
Chip's bananas. I mean, if you look at like Marvello or Bean, like you can really see like what the tippity top of that character looks like.
And even locally too, Burkish. Every time they come out playing some Chip, they give people a run for their money.
I wish I saw Burkish online more. Is the thing. Strive right now is a game that you don't really lose out much by playing in online tournaments, despite what some players may say. But I mean, we used to see Burkish a little bit online in 2020 and stuff like that, but I don't see them online tournament as much for either of their titles, right? Street Fighter V or Strive. But some people have, they just, I don't know, they have other things to do.
Yeah, I get it. Sometimes you got to play Street Fighter because I think Burkers is also playing, still playing SF5. I'm assuming.
I know they talk about it on Twitter. I genuinely don't know how much he actually plays it though.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But that is because it's mostly online.
Yeah, I get it. So this matchup right here, my local Leo player back home, shout out to my boy Dusty, says this is probably one of Testament's Leo's worst matchups right here. So we'll see what Levity can do. All right, gets the trade. Yes, has to spend the burst early.
I'm trying to think about it. I can see how this would be bad for Leo.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking about, like, now that you got the corner control, like, Axel's life should be forfeit.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you could get in, there's absolutely a winning formula here. But you got to do it first. And there's the command grab. Good stuff from Winners. Gonna get the turnaround right here. 6H.
Sent it with the rainwater, too.
See that backdash, bro?
That was sick. Didn't get the biggest punish out of it, but now that they're in, mixed state, that was wild.
What a series of events that was. Okay. Winters, little OTG right there. Tries to reset it to the command grab. Beautiful 6P. Leo's another one of those characters. Excellent 6P. That thing is wild.
I don't think people really understood how good it was early on in the days of Strive. I remember specifically Giuna used to complain about it, but it's crazy.
Giuna complaining about things?
Never.
Damn.
Unheard of, chat.
Unheard of. No, speaking of chat, shout out to Wheel in the chat. What up, homie?
That was a nice little duck under there for Leo. Levity trying to just bridge that gap. So that normal there from Axel, the one where he sends the sickle up in the angle, if you can get beyond that one angle, it is highly punishable.
Yeah, oh yeah. What is it, 2S or 6K he's talking about?
I believe it's the 2S.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he just got parried!
Incredible.
The reversal overdrive says nah!
Wow, Levity. That's crazy.
That is a crazy back turn situation to find yourself in, and it worked out. But yeah, I mean, that's why Axel struggles with like true mixed characters like the Chips and the Milia, because they have so many air options that they can get into a pocket above you vertically that Axel simply does not have an answer for.
So Axel's 2S hitbox did get buffed. This was a while ago now. But yeah, you're right. If you could evade it, like, that's a big punish. That is, the flip side to that is, 2S is an incredible starter, especially counter hit anti-air. Oh my god. Axel can get a boatload of damage off that.
And now we're starting to see a little bit more throw coming in. And that's something, that's a 5P.
Yeah, that 5P, that was clutch, shutting down the fireball right there.
So one thing I think that you have to have as a good Axel player is very strong game knowledge. About when to mix in throws.
Yeah.
If you look at a player like Trevor Sue, it's just an absolutely insane Axel player online. They have some of the best air throw timings I think I've ever seen in the Strive game since release.
Damn, all right.
Like you know how people say that you can tell how good a Strive Guilty Gear player is by how close to the ground they throw?
Yeah.
He's literally the embodiment of it as an Axel player.
I love it.
Like, you'll see somebody try to escape the corner, and they'll literally just be thrown right back in.
Kizzy K does that stuff all the time, too. I love watching that.
It's such a great tool for Axel. That was a nice sequence, too. Starts the one vision.
Oh, yeah. Big damage combos. Yeah.
It's not that much damage, though.
Yeah, it's all right.
The scaling.
That's too bad.
I kind of would have liked to see them just, get the sequence and then save the potential second portion of the one vision, because it's 0-1 block. Like, you don't have to.
That's true.
You don't have to do anything about it.
Yeah.
You didn't have to force damage there. You had the full screen, and you saw that because they gave up their opportunity and you gave up their pressure, Leo was able to bring it back. Levity was able to, get a sequence into the overdrive, and it got the wall break kill. Oh, great dodge there on the snail.
Oh, set it up.
Oh, you're blocking.
That's baited.
Yeah, you're blocking.
That's baited. Yeah, just flash kick. Okay, that works. Set it up. Meaty.
That's that side swap corpse hop.
That's what you were talking about. There it is. All right.
Trying to buy space. Nice reaching. Reteaching.
Okay, Winners with the hit. Oh, no, the reversal throw, though. That's going to kill. Yeah.
Wow, that's got some crazy vacuum.
No, that didn't kill. Are you kidding me? What is that scaling? All right. Winners has one more chance here.
I think it's because of PRC scaling.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's the thing. So Red RC is the only RC that does not have scaling on hit anymore, or on usage anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas all of the other ones still have scaling to their combo routes. So but I don't think you can get that combo off of a red RC is the thing.
Got you. Okay. That's
I
good
think.
to know.
I could be wrong.
All right, pops the Rensen right there. The jump in. Ooh, just 5P check, not even 6P. I love it.
We've seen a lot of those from Leo players today.
Yeah.
And this is horrible.
We're just
I
getting
hate this
rinsed.
scenario for you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, no, even tried to throw it that time, too. That's so unfortunate. I mean, that's an answer right there.
Yeah, I mean, the throw's a great read because it would punish potential cross-up again, or it would have punished the counter. But because Levity was just far enough away, they could go with the K option.
Yeah.
It actually outranged the throw.
Hate to see it. Oh, there it is. 6K connects. Counter hit, big counter at 2H. Has to burst out of it. Yeah, that would be a ton of damage.
Yeah, great damage coming through. Crossed up in the corner. Hate to see it.
Oh, no. We're going to get a wall break here. Just backing off. I like that. Yeah, absolutely.
They backed off expecting the jump out, but the up jump, great time there for Winters.
Another flash kick. That's mad unfortunate. Winters with a gold burst. Here we go.
You saw Levity pause for a second because they were expecting something,
Yeah.
but they're able to close it out there with the back throw turnaround. They're going to take a 3-0 over Winters.
That's crazy.
Which Winters showed some great stuff there on the axle. I was actually really impressed there. It's
Winters
just
is
that
mad good.
it's a tough matchup once you get into the down and dirty.
Yes, absolutely. So next up, we're gonna see Kenny and Lucky D. So we're getting Lucky D back on the screen, and we kind of hinted at Gold Lewis a little bit earlier when we saw that for the exhibition, but we have probably the best local Gold Lewis out right here, and I think he's only 12 years old. So you know, be like that.
I thought he made it up to 14, but yeah, very young kid here.
Is he? Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I just know that he's very young, and
Yeah.
he's got some crazy results here in the local scene. Once they're able to travel a lot more, I expect great stuff from them too.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's actually crazy that if you think about like the young talent that New England has put out, like initially you think of Kite.
Yep.
Started coming out to the scene right around Dragon Ball's release. They were like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
They started traveling to like East Coast Throwdown, spending a lot of time in New York. Just really, really leveled up as a player, and Kenny gives me similar vibes where they have great tournament results locally,
Yeah.
constantly winning.
Multiple top 8s.
Just top 8s in general, if they didn't win, making it to grand finals at the least.
Yeah.
I mean, they've like 1 or 2 problem matchups in region, and that's because the character matchup is just terrible for Gold Lewis. It's like it's a Nagoriyuki player, and I think it's Kazam who was playing Milia at the time.
Yeah.
Which honestly, that's not a bad matchup for Gold Lewis. I'm going to be straight with you. That is
Yeah.
crazy good for Gold Lewis because Milia just explodes.
Kazam's so sick though. Like Kazam, I think got like what, top 24 at Evo or something ridiculous like that.
top 48.
Top 48. Kazam got top 48 and a 2,000 player.
That was a big bracket.
It was
Yeah.
massive at Evo. Yeah, Kazam had an amazing showing. I thought I saw him kicking around here today, but I might be
they're
wrong.
in bracket.
Oh, they are in bracket?
You'll see them
Beautiful.
in top 8.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll definitely see him in top 8.
I don't think they play Milia anymore though.
Testament.
Testament.
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
I know they swapped over
Yeah.
because
Okay.
Milia is really struggling this season.
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons I kind of burned out of playing Chip. Like, you get hit twice, that's it. And
Yeah.
Milia especially
Chip-
has so much
Chip
friggin'
defense
work.
is actually a little bit better this season.
Good.
I don't.
He needs it.
Swapping
Well, it's crazy. I don't think they changed
Gotcha.
his defense. It just feels like he survives a lot more.
All right.
And I don't know if it's just the way the matchup spread changed or
Yeah.
what, but I mean, yeah. Like I've been watching a lot of Marvello, and
Yeah,
he
Marvello's
survives.
sick.
He gets like 3 hits now. He
Three?
gets-
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good.
But I mean, the thing about Chip is like so many of his normals and specials were just straight up buffed that
Yeah.
you don't get hit as much as you used to.
That's good. That's
But I
good.
mean, like talking about Kenny specifically on the Gold Lewis, which we're actually not going to get that matchup on stream right now. We're taking a audible. We're going to be getting Diddle versus Echoes.
So speaking of Million right here.
Yeah, I mean, like people still play the character, but
Yeah. And Echoes is one of the last ones standing too. Huge improvement from this guy too. I remember when Echoes first started came around, I was beating him. I don't beat him anymore. Spoilers. They actually I think they knocked my boy off last time I brought him down.
Oh, okay.
Very good and Testament player. Shout out to Gorgovich. But yeah, Echoes has been out here. This is gonna be on Diddle. Honestly.
yeah. I mean, this is going to be the sole bad guy color Kai Kisuke coming out.
Hell yeah.
And I am curious about this matchup, how it's going to go, because you don't see it a lot anymore. Like I said, the lack of Milia players, and then Kai Kisuke kind of being in a weird spot where people don't really want to play him for whatever reason.
Yeah. I get it.
But in theory, I think this matchup should be fine here for Diddle. Because, like we said, the Vapor Thrust is a big portion here. Once you get the lockdown in, Kai Kisuke can really succeed. I think the struggle is obviously going to be getting the lockdown sequence started. You know, having the multiple air movements coming in from Millia Rage, the hairpin, which is not hairpin anymore, it's
Oh, don't ask me. I have no
the
clue.
flower. Yeah. I call it hairpin, and Bunch usually is like, that's not hairpin.
That's
because he's the Rev 2 player, and he's like, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, which he ain't lying. Oh my God, look at this round from Echoes. Oh, that's a million round if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, had to eat a little bit to get started, but once Diddle found himself back against the wall, that's the Millia playgrounds.
All right, here it is. Counter hit close S, set it up, and there's the mix. Oh,
that was crossed up and crossed back.
And look at that. That's a high damage Millia combo too. That's crazy. This character's out here.
You don't see that very often, and it's so old and crazy when you see that overdrive, right? Like the hair tunnel, because it does no damage.
None at
like,
all. None
absolutely
at all.
no damage.
Wow, Echoes just getting his mix on right here.
That's one of those things. Is like. That's what Millia excels at, is the mix. And the way Vapor Thrust works with Kai Kisuke, it has a fair amount of horizontal movement. So if you let it rock, and she happened to be just far enough on the other side to not have to worry about blocking too hard, you're just going to explode. Because it's not as safe as like the flash kicks from Leo or the Vipers from Soul Bad Guy. Like they actually have recovery.
Oh my God, performing right here. Oh my God, the mix, the fastball, eating the low right here. Diddle looks like they're in rough shape right here because this offense looks aggressive. Yeah, my goodness. Yeah, look at Echoes on the player cam right here. Y'all can't see it on the stream. My man is focused right now. My man is focused. All right, good blocks from Diddle. See if they can find something going. 2P check. Beautiful.
It's a big counter hit to get hit by too. It doesn't lead to a whole lot, but it just lets that know in your mind that you got to worry about those normals.
Yeah.
I think they hit their air button a little early, unless they wanted to go to the ground that fast. I'm not sure.
The side switching double 2S or 5S right there, that was mad sick.
So it's Compel is what I was talking about.
Oh, okay, okay.
The J236H.
Gosh, yeah.
That's so much damage. That's why people don't play Millia, folks.
Yeah, for
that is
real.
exactly why nobody plays this character right now.
Oh, beautiful 6B. Baits
Great
the
bait.
burst.
Yeah.
And that's going to be it. All right. Echoes going up 2-0 so far, looking unstoppable.
They haven't lost a round, have they?
What's up?
They haven't lost a round, have they?
No. This has been the Kazam show.
It's not Kazam, though. It's Echoes.
So that's how you can tell how many times I've just seen freaking
That's how many Millia
Millia's like run over people before. But like case in point right here, that's how Echoes is playing. Like looks so calculated right now. Just very mechanical. Not really misreading a lot of these situations. Even when they don't get the hit. Okay, next layer. Here we go. Keep the pressure coming. Keep it safe.
Oh, tried to go for the Kai Kisuke combo where you run up and grab him, but nice little back dash interrupt coming out from Echoes. They're going to be able to force the burst out early, too. I actually prefer early bursts because it does let you build it up potentially faster. And if you can get the tempo out of your early burst, it just makes it so much better. To early burst and then have to block a lot more, that's a feels bad. But I think at this rate, we should be able to get Diddle's burst back for the second round. Granted, it might be their last round.
Yeah, true. Especially the first of 3, though. Like, spend the burst early. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, smart. Oh, no. I was about to give Diddle some credit there. Like
they tried to get cheeky with the Stun Dipper, but, I mean, Stun Dipper is just risky, right? If you don't already have Shock State applied, it's not the best frame move.
No, I mean, you need RC. Like, it's mad quick. Like, don't get me wrong. Great round start option if you have meter. So if you have positive bonus on wall break. Oh, all right. PRC mix. Yeah, just going for the throw there. And eat the reversal. Yeah, this is how it starts right here.
Oh, and we slash, burst bait. The benefit there is you don't die immediately because Millia doesn't do enough damage. The problem is this is a hard comeback.
Oh, wow. The frame kill with the DP. I like it.
Odd, but okay.
Hey, it worked. Got the hit after.
Yeah.
It was enough to trick Echoes.
It forced the burst out too, but that BRC was slick. from Echoes.
And shout out to Diddle for knowing to FT that too. Like, oh, there's the throw. All right, one more hit from each one of these cats.
Went for the OTG to 2K2D.
There it is. Diddle finally picks up a round here.
Just got to do it again is the thing. Both players burstless. We might see Echoes be able to pick one up by the end of the round, but oh my god, the Compel pickup. Sets up the tandem top. Oh, that's crazy. Does not get the air-to-air pickup. That is not normal for Melia players.
No, not at all. Especially on that big counter hit, I thought that was going to be it. All right, wall break, positive bonus. Here we go.
Tandem top is tough. It's not as good as it used to be in the series, but oh, we got TK Bad Moons. I think he did.
Yeah, with wall break, that's absolutely enough. Doesn't even need it, it turns out, in Echoes. And probably the most convincing 3-0 we've seen today so far, taking it over Diddle. All right, so next up, we're going to have Kenny and Lucky D right here.
Yep.
So little bit of an adjustment, but it was definitely very nice seeing Echoes. They have come such a long way in the lifespan of this game.
I'm a big fan of players that play mid tiers in Strive as well, because I don't think. Like, I can talk about how, like, Nagoriyuki's top 1, Chaos top 2, like, they're incredibly strong characters, but I don't feel like the field is so wide in Strive right now that, like, you cannot play mid-tiers, right? Like, if you look at, like, Street Fighter V right now, like, you're seeing a lot of players go towards Luke because he's that much stronger than a lot of the cast. But in Guilty Gear, I don't feel like that same level applies. Like, we talked about Kazam going from Melia to Testament, right? Still not a top tier, but a pretty solid mid-tier. The only character that is not allowed to play in Guilty Gear Strive, in my opinion, is Potemkin.
Yeah, Potemkin needs some help. Which we
have a local Potemkin here. I just don't know. I don't see him here today.
Elm Dog's kicking around.
I was talking about Docbach.
Oh, Docbach. Oh my god, of course. How did I forget about Docbach? Oh my god, yeah. I haven't seen Docbach play in a minute, actually. I think the last time I saw Docbach play was a plus R bracket against Panda Betic at
They're too busy playing Exert right now.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, they're enjoying Exert. I get that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, if I was an Exert enjoyer back in the day, I would be like.
But yeah, I mean, Potemkin, they just don't work in this game. Just flat out, like they don't work with the way the game operates at the moment. They don't get fancy makes off of fast RCs and things like that. Like the game is just too high tempo for them at the moment.
Yeah, and we'll see what the next patch brings. But I think ArcSys has tried to avoid a plus R situation where Potemkin is too good. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
I get it.
He's also the only grappler in the game, which I think kind of handicaps him because, like, you don't between your matchup spreads, you never really need to think about like command grab mixes because you unless it's Potemkin, you really don't have to worry about it that much.
Yeah.
Like other characters have command grabs and they're good command grabs, but the game's now warped around those command grabs.
Yeah.
Barring maybe Nago, but like he can play without it. He doesn't need it.
And we've seen plenty of Nagoriyukis succeed to incredible levels with very little use of command grab. Yeah, case in point right there. And even characters with like really, really good command grabs like Bridget. I mean, we saw some Bridget play earlier. Not a single command grab came out. And that was, I think, was that a 3-0 or was that a 3-1? Or a 5-0?
That was the first of 5.
First of 5. That was Chloe. That was a 5-2. That was a 5-2. Damn.
So this matchup, we're going to have Kenny on the P1 side playing the Gold Lewis. Lucky D, P2 side, playing the Kai Kisuke. And so people actually call Gold Lewis, to a certain extent, Fat Milia. Because his mix game is stronger than people give him credit for.
Oh, yeah.
Because especially mid-screen, it's jump, what is it, jump S something? It's the upside-down coffin twirl.
Yeah.
Like that catches people a lot of the times. He's got really good air normals with the JD, obviously we talked about.
Yep.
And then just Behemoth Typhoon. If you're not ready for it, it catches you. Because it can go high, it can go low, it can go mid.
Is there still the setup where it hits you like left when it looks like it hits you right? Is that still a thing, or did that get patched?
The one where he like kind of swings it behind his back shoulder.
I think so, yeah.
That's just an overhead.
Oh, okay, all right. So I'm thinking of something else.
Or if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's an overhead. There's another one that looks kind of funky and it hits you low.
So maybe that's what it is.
But he does have a sequence where mid-combo he hits you with the high version of it and it side swaps you if you get hit. It's like it's mid-combo, so it's like it's a side swap combo for Gold Lewis.
Gotcha.
But like, you know, he did receive buffs this patch. And I keep saying this patch, it was months ago at this point. But like,
yeah, right.
But like his drone is much stronger now. It doesn't disappear necessarily as soon as he gets touched, which it used to, which didn't make it useless. It just made it almost as a meaty option only. But it's much better for him to use it neutral.
Oh my God.
That's unfortunate.
That is so unfortunate. Still getting the hit right here. Yeah, and I like that. Doing the 2P check.
6P.
Wow. Oh, that was just 5P, I think. Just straight out of the air. That's crazy.
You're right.
This
6P
is
is
how
the
it
elbow.
starts. This is how it starts.
What was that? That was crazy. I've never seen a red RC drone before.
That was mad quick, too. Oh, yeah. Shutting down the 214K.
Yep.
And that should be enough right there. Yeah.
Are we churning
Cash
butter?
out the super.
We churning?
We churning, baby. Damn. So these two play each other
All
a
the time.
ton in the weekly. So I'm excited to see what kind of shenanigans they get up to here.
Yeah, these two players have played, honestly, all the time. Like, listen to Dan talk about how much improvement Kenny's had since the game came out, and you can tell just how much they played. So, I mean, not only are they going to know each other's tendencies, but they're going to know each other's character. So, the thing is, I don't think Dan has a winning record, believe it or not. And he's been playing fighting games longer than Kenny's been alive.
Yeah, so Dan
Trying to beat the first.
Dan knows how to beat Kenny, for sure. Dan doesn't always beat Kenny. Like, this kid's man good. Like, I've heard him talk about like the matchup and stuff like that. And he's like, not just the character matchup, the player matchup too. He's like, this is how Kenny's offense operates, and this is how Kenny's defense operates. Oh, all right.
I like it. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I recognize that. Yeah. Wow. All right, good old Kyle Kisuke evening up the round count right here. This is gonna be a battle.
This is still game one. Round one took so long, this is still game one. I'm surprised.
This is going to game 5, I think. Like, this is going to be a battle.
Back in the corner. Oh, you got hit? Goodbye. You gotta worry about the chip damage coming in from Gold Lewis as well.
That's going to be enough.
Granted, if you get hit, you're not getting hit with chip damage. So that's, you know, is that a positive?
I don't think so.
Is getting hit with Behemoth Typhoon much better than blocking Behemoth Typhoon?
Oh, man. I don't think so. So I do want to point out, first game, went to final round. We did not see a single. Oh, no, Daniel.
That is misinput.
That's got to be a misinput right there. Watch Dan win this round anyway.
Nice little 2P there to interrupt the Behemoth Typhoon, but
Yes, that's it. Yeah, I love it.
Oh, gets scooped. That's Behemoth Typhoon that hits you in the Achilles tendon.
Oh, you hate to see it. Truly the most painful Behemoth Typhoon. I also want to point out, we have not seen a single defensive raw super from Kenny. That was like a big thing they were straight up throwing out for a while. And I like the fact that they've kind of grown past that because people were definitely starting to catch on. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect.
The other really critical defensive tool that Kenny loves, or at least used to love so much, is Wake Up 2P.
Yes, yeah.
And it's kind of become a meme at this point where it's like if you want to beat Kenny, just watch out for the Gold Lewis 2P.
Yeah. But that's what he would mix it up between is Wake Up 2P, and once you start respecting that, okay, fine. Here's the super.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
So it can be a struggle because I mean Gold Lewis isn't bad on Wake Up options. Like he doesn't have like a DP or anything like that, but he's not defenseless either.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, Dan. Oh, trying to get out, caught by that 5P. Oh, I'm going to block this whack axe mix up. Damn. Yo, did I say this was going to game 5?
Yeah,
I was wrong.
You were wrong.
I was wrong.
But it is kind of crazy how Gold Lewis has evolved since he was added to the game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Huge bait of the DP right there. I like the thought from Dan.
So there's that side swap combo.
Yeah.
But it's weird that the DP didn't even clash, honestly.
Yeah, that was a very weird whiff. I feel like Dan had the right idea there, but just,
the drone was actually still active on the screen, and that's why we got the wall break.
Good cancel from Dan. 6P, set it up. Oh, no, that hit. Oh, no.
But we got throws.
Anti-air. Wow. Wow. That was so clean. Oh, look, Kenny's getting up to talk that smack, too, against Dan. Oh, I love it.
That's the funniest part.
That is absolutely
so
the funniest part is losing to the minor and getting smack talked. Oh, man.
Especially after they play so often, too. So you know it's it's a very common occurrence.
And you know Dan's just dreading it, too. He's like, I got to win.
He's like, I got to win.
Say anything to me.
I cannot lose again. But,
man.
no, I mean, that's still great stuff from Kenny, though, which was, taking full advantage of the character.
Yeah.
Recognize the opportunities that Gold Lewis has over Kai Kisuke. And, I mean, we didn't even see some of the, crazier stuff that Gold Lewis has to work with. Like, we never saw any laser.
Very clean. Very clean.
We never saw the orbital cannon, which sometimes we've seen from Kenny in the past.
No minigun either.
Didn't need it. Yeah.
Didn't need it. Yeah, straight up didn't need it. And, honestly, didn't use drone as much as I thought he would need to.
Yeah. If you just have the better normals, whether it's by character choice or by just being better, you don't need to rely on drone as much. It's just a really strong meaty option. But you can still meaty with Behemoth Typhoon. Or you can go for jump mix if you're mid-screen. So next up, we're going to have Kazam versus Echoes.
The student meets the teacher.
Yeah, and so, production told us that Kazam has maneuvered over to Testament. Again, very strong character. Not as... I don't know how to phrase this. I was going to say not as strong as Melia, but it's definitely stronger than Melia at the current rate. Not as mix-heavy, I guess is what I'll say.
Yeah, Testament's gameplay revolves more around containment, right?
Yeah.
Which against Melia it seems volatile. This seems like a very volatile matchup where if Testament is able to really shut down Melia, really make you respect that pressure, this could be a lot of trouble, but it takes one air dash to get out, right?
Yeah, the biggest boon here for Kazam is that they used to play Melia. This is one of those situations where the game knowledge and knowing how to play against your character really come into handy. Like we talked about with the May mirror match earlier, if you know how to defeat the character's offense, you're much better off. And as an ex-Melia player, they're going to know how Testament's going to operate. And you can see them just ripping those airborne Grave Reapers.
And that's going to be the big thing in this matchup. We've seen, 3 or 4 already? Damn, here we go.
Get out of the sky. This is a no-fly zone. Oh, that's a big combo. Oh, I don't think it's picked up at the end. I think it was supposed to keep going, but oh, now we got Schmicks.
And this is the thing, though. You drop it, Melia's fast buttons are just going to come and smack you in the face.
TK Bad Moon for the red updraft.
This guy's so good.
And another huge problem with this matchup is Testament does not have meterless reversals. And as I say that, we get to see the big bad dog coming out of the ground.
Hell yeah. So would you say he's got that dog in him? You walked right into that one. Oh, my God. All right. Yeah, so there's that heavy fireball again. So we have seen Echoes adjust to that already. I think one of the, see right there, it whiffs and he's in like that. Definitely familiar with the matchup right there.
Forces the burst, I respect it.
Again, another big punish on that heavy fireball. I think that's how. No conversion. Wow.
You get a conversion after that, do you?
I don't think without meter, and obviously he didn't have meter. I just wasn't looking. My bad.
All right, that time, though, we get the close slash pickup. Going to be able to go for the full combo, sets up the tandem top. Goes for the backdash, and then the command dash.
That was mad cool. Okay. Echoes is out here cooking. Look at him. Still, no reaction whatsoever, even on the W. Focus.
Yeah, we don't see a lot of command dash mix from Milias.
Yeah.
I don't think the frames on it are that great.
How did that catch?
The ground level Capel is really tight stuff. That is something you have to be practicing.
Yo, somebody clip that for me. I need to see what happened there. DM me on Twitter.
All right, we got the hit. And that's actually super cool. You saw Kazam recognize where the wall health was.
Yeah.
So they didn't go for like a far slash or anything like that. They just went right into the 6H. And then there's that griminess, because even on block, you still have that same state explosion.
I don't even know what to say to that. That was just so clean. Jesus, dude.
Like, you get the bonus run-up Oki of using the Succubi to break the wall. You get the stain state application. And then with Dust, and they're playing the Orange Testament, so it's kind of super grimy. But even on block, you still have to worry about the stain state.
And we're offline here, too, so the excuses are gone. Oh, my God, the very tip of that fireball. Yeah, as soon as Kazam closes the range right there, Echoes is ready with that burst. And we are in. All right, Echoes spending that meter. Set it up. Oh, yo, the tip! That was mad clean.
It might be a great 6P, but you cannot punch projectiles with it. Did that not hit on block?
Nah, that didn't look like it.
Gotta watch down low. Gotta watch your feet.
Gotta watch your toes, son. All right, here we go. That was Echo's round, too. Like, and this is the problem with playing someone as experienced like Kazam. You can't let off the gas for a second. You give them a chance, they will absolutely take it.
We're seeing a lot more of that JD that I talked about a little bit earlier. It's kind of operating very similar to Zato's right now in that it adds a little bit of anti-gravity to your air approach.
Yeah.
So that you can start, a little bit more mixed. You can be a little bit more, cheeky with it. But, when we saw that change to Zato, people weren't super happy with it. Zato players weren't super happy with it. Now it's the other way around.
Zato players
love it.
Moving so hard when that patch came out. Oh my god.
Now they're in love with the sequence. So.
Now Leffen's just running over everybody, so I don't know.
There's a few really good Zatos out there, too. But,
yeah, but...
Oh, my God. Bop, bop, bop.
Wow. So, but how many of those Zatos have beat Leffen in the mirror match?
Probably not many. But I know that a lot of them are NA-based, too, though. So.
Yeah, I know.
So we won't see that matchup till next year after the patch.
I'm just memeing because of that one match at EVO. And the minor Twitter explosion that happened after.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. I enjoyed that. Oh, excellent 6P. What a pickup. Max range and the Arbiter at the end. That was mad clean. What a gold burst. No way. Hits the car, too? Bro, you're sick. Yeah, Echoes is like, okay, well, you're sick. Damn.
GG's.
3-0. Which is funny. That didn't feel like a 3-0. That did not feel like a 3-0.
Game 1 was so much longer than Game 2.
Yeah. Oh my God, what up?
It's so weird because, like, you don't very often see Haircar at that range just raw because it's not good on block and it's not, you don't really get anything afterwards unless you also spend meter. So, I mean, like, I feel like most characters just kind of have to hold it, I guess. So maybe that's what they were expecting to happen. But Kazam knows that it's punishable. So, like,
yeah, exactly.
Like maybe
Kazam's got that knowledge.
Maybe a different Testament you can get away with that, but Kazam sees that as like, all right, I have a friend I want you to meet.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so it looks like all right. So this is gonna be I think our first round of top 8.
No, the last one was.
Oh, the last one. Oh, my bad. All right, so. I should probably make note of that. So this is going to be Kenny versus Levity. So I think we're going to see Gold Lewis and why do I want to say Axel? I know it's not Axel. I know it's Leo.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just losing my mind. Leo and Gold Lewis.
So yeah, the winner here actually has to go up against Kazam then in the winners finals. So because that was our first winner semifinal. This is the second one, and. Oh, so that means that Kenny versus Lucky D was to get into top 8 winners.
See, I called it. Lucky D doesn't always make top 8, but Lucky D will gatekeep you from getting there.
He'll have to gatekeep somebody out of loser side then.
He'll do it. He's got that.
I don't know who's in losers though. That's the thing. He could find another bad matchup for himself, but
that's very true.
Either way, we're gonna have Gold Lewis versus Leo Whitefang.
Is it Whitefang?
Which. I don't know. I wonder if this will go differently because, like, the flash kicks are there. We didn't see the Vapor Thrust a lot from Lucky D, but Leo players are different, so we might see a lot more of those flash kicks. I also don't know how guard point interacts with Behemoth Typhoon, honestly.
That's a really good point. Especially if Kenny opts to do level 1 Sentry, the Sentry bomb. That might interact a little weird with that, too. Could be a little bit of point of contention there for Kenny. Damn, look at the mix right here, though. Oh, there's the raw super I was talking about.
And now you're dead.
And you pay for it.
That's actually insanity. That did so much damage.
Was that a perfect? Or did he have, like, a sliver of health that he lost?
I think he blocked, like, one Behemoth Typhoon.
Oh, all right. Yeah, well, that'll do it. Oh, that's a huge counter hit. Yeah, has to spend the burst right there.
Yeah, I mean, so that's that projectile that you were talking about, the drone.
Yeah.
It's really good at frustrating the Leo projectiles because they just kind of like hit flash hits, but then they go past each other.
Oh, great backdash there.
Oh, landed on the drone.
Levity not able to get the hit. Oh, no. Another one.
And that time the drone explodes, but
Gambling on the flash kick. It's going to work out. Able to get the BD2K there.
2P coming out of Kenny to interrupt. Able to close out.
We got one apiece. All
So
right.
we've already seen both of Kenny's defensive options.
2P and Raw Super.
Yeah, we saw the Raw reversal super and we saw 2P.
Hell yeah. All right. Hey, that's the game plan though, right? Show them, play around it.
I really like that 6P coming in there from Levity too. We mentioned it earlier in a half frame, but it's full upper body invulnerability. So it actually beats out that grind.
That was so grimy. Oh my god.
It beat out the back fist from Gold Lewis because it's an upper body normal.
Flash kick right through it, and Kenny instantly spending the burst. There's the orbital laser we were talking about. Are you serious right now? Okay, air throw to avoid the super. That was so sick.
And visually, that looked insane. Because
Yes.
it looked like Leo was throwing Gold Lewis into his own laser beam for the
my
kill.
God. That's a real anime moment right there. Clip that one, chat. That's crazy.
Onto the drone. I like the way Kenny can recognize that they're going to land on the drone so that they don't actually push an additional button until the drone explodes.
Yeah.
But you got to be careful bursting against Behemoth Typhoon.
Oh. God,
That was
so
all
much.
3 drones, too. He was churning.
This is it right here. Chip is about to be a huge problem, but doesn't matter if you eat a coffin to the face.
It's pretty heavy.
It's pretty heavy,
It's got
yeah.
an alien in it.
I want to talk about for a minute how lore-wise Gold Lewis doesn't believe in aliens. That's the funniest thing to me. Oh, anyway, Levity gambling on that flash kick, except it ain't a gamble if you know it's going to work.
That's true. 100% of the time, it works all the time.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't kill, I don't think. But
No, it does break the wall, though, and that's going to give Leo a little bit of a positive bonus right here. Oh, my goodness.
That's actually insane, because by breaking the wall with the overdrive, you get Oki.
And it hits. My
And it
God.
breaks the wall.
Breaks the wall. Positive bonus
So
for
you
Kenny now.
get Oki, you get a safe jump. And Kenny just apparently throws every time the wall breaks. YRC, 2P.
Yeah, so smart.
But what I was going to say is, so the round before that, we saw the overdrive from Levity get the wall break, so they get that safe jump opportunity. Kenny woke up with throw. They took advantage of that 2-frame defensive option, because there's only one character in the game that doesn't get a safe jump off of overdrive through the wall.
Really? Interesting. All right.
It's Soul Bad Guy.
That's hilarious, actually. I didn't know that. All right.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh,
there it is.
no.
I was going to say, Levity's shown that flash kick one too many times. Kenny is absolutely looking for that. I thought that's how the last round was going to end, to be honest. Levity was going to try to gamble because one hit would have done it.
Yeah.
But no. Kenny did not even need to bait it that time. And there it is. All right, frame trap with it.
He just flash kicked a 2K. Like, what?
Sometimes you just got to let him know.
But I like that. Grabs the cross-up attempt, and then just waits out, too. You actually saw after the dash cancel, Kenny just chose not to do anything. The back dash came in from Levity, and the 2K was the perfect answer. Kenny knows they have the life advantage. They don't have to get too grimy with it. But here we got Mix, we got RC, we got another game on the board here for Kenny.
Game one looked a little rough. I'm going to be real. Levity really looked like they had, exactly what they needed to win this. But Kenny's adjustment game, and that's the thing that scares me about this kid the most. This kid's adjustment game is so good, especially for a player this young. Like, it is mind-blowing how he thinks about some of these matchups. The thing that always sticks with me. Oh my goodness! All right.
All right, they get it back eventually, but no, I mean you're right. Like when we had Aerodat on here, we were talking about how the younger kids have so much time to practice.
Yeah.
And it's like that's really the thing. Like people don't understand like what these players can do when they spend 12 hours just mashing combos and things like that. And like that's the crazy part too. Like if you that hits so high.
fellas, has your 2D ever anti-aired someone before? No? Try Leo White.
That's true.
God, that was grimy. That might have been the grimiest thing we've seen on this stream so far. We've seen some grimy things.
It's so unexpected too, right? Like you're just jumping at him. You see the 2D and you're like, all right, I can get a hit in.
I'm
and then,
going over that. Psych!
I don't think Levity has had a worked burst in like the set. Actually, I think every single one of their bursts has been baited.
I think you are correct. Beautiful 6P. Wasn't able to get the conversion. A little bit of an awkward angle there. And yeah, just trying to get anything going right here. Very respectful of that drone. Oh no! BRC. All right.
Should still be alive. I like the Kenny ops into the mix.
And a cross up.
Well, that doesn't kill. All right.
And that's going to do it. All right, I was holding my breath there.
That's awkward.
That's mad awkward. All right, we got a game now. We got 2 apiece.
Yeah.
So one of the things that stuck to me in one of those last sequences, Kenny dropped the drone and immediately whiffed a throw. Like, Levity didn't fall for it, but I think that was intentional. Like, a lesser player absolutely would have tried to press and got smoked by the drone.
Trying to get like a shimmy or something.
Exactly, yeah.
Another tough burst. That's honestly cost Levity so much life.
And it's still 2-2. That's the thing. This is still mad close. BRC trying to get the backdash.
Lots of chip damage coming in. JD.
Yeah, wow.
Tried to get the approach in, but even the JD Behemoth Typhoon, like the frameage is definitely on Gold Lewis's side.
And look at this right here. Kenny just running forward, trying to smother Levity right here.
That was a trade pickup. That was off of a trade, and you're already below 50% HP.
That's the worst feeling. The worst feeling. All right. Tries to be meaty. Lands a throw of their own. Keep it simple. All right. Lands the burst. Yup. RC. Charge dust. Oh, no.
I think you're dead. Oh, no, you had burst again.
Barely just built it. That's crazy. Oh, okay. All right. Punishes with throw. Overhead. Plus frames.
Yeah, went for the guard break, but RC.
Yeah. You can see right there. Kenny or Levity was already taken off the headset. He's like, yep, I know what I'm being.
Gold Lewis is incredibly strong. People, I think people are starting to wake up to it, but, it's tough. I think it's kind of tough to pick him up because his inputs are so different comparatively. Because, like, all of the Behemoth Typhoons are half circles. They're just different half circles.
I remember when that trailer dropped the first time, I remember seeing the inputs and I'm going, maybe if I played pad, I'd try that, but I'm not trying that.
As a hitbox user? No.
Not doing it. I just won't be doing that.
Not even going to pretend I can pick that character up, but...
help me out here, because I'm seeing 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. This was the first game we had that wasn't a 3-0.
That's crazy,
That's
actually.
crazy.
Like,
and there's been some competitive games in here. We've had some good matchups so far.
Is this mainly a GGST tournament? No, actually. It's just that we had the... earlier we had the exhibition, which happened to be Guilty Gear.
Yep.
We're running a Guilty Gear tournament at the moment. After this, we're going to be having our Blaze Blue Central Fiction tournament.
Stick around. Even if you've never seen Blaze Blue before, I highly recommend you stick around for it. It is an absolutely wild game. There's a ton of very interesting and unique characters. So it's even if like you decide the game isn't right for you, check it out at least. It's so worth it. And that code's great now.
That's not even that's just our on-stream matches too.
Yeah.
Like off stream, we also have Xrd and Melty Blood going on at the moment.
Melty Blood, yep. We actually have like some low-key pretty good Melty Blood players here. It's a small bracket, but I mean Tanuk routinely dominates everybody in these brackets. And Tweedo. When Tweedo comes out, Tweedo can usually...
He is here. I have seen him. I don't know if he's playing, but
I believe... I heard a rumor he was playing, but like Tweedo's mad good at that game. Tweedo's good at every game he plays. Like, let's just be real about that.
Yeah.
But no, there's a ton of great games here. Sometimes we'll have Dragon Ball. There's another one I'm missing. M-Back makes an appearance every once in a while, and there's a King of Fighters tournament here as well.
Oh, that's right. King of Fighters is the other one that sometimes slips in. That one always slips on my mind. Because I don't think of it as an anime game. And I traditionally think of BostonBlueBeat as an anime tournament, so King of Fighters slips in my mind.
So that's what messed me up the first time I ever heard about BostonBlueBeat, as I saw the games listed, and I'm like, oh, that means Dragon Ball has to be there, right? Because this was like less than a year after Dragon Ball came out. Because I was trying to move out of state. I'm like, all right, I want to travel. I want to get some games. There was no Dragon Ball. I'm like, what's going on here?
Which
so
is
that
mad funny, too, because the first time I commentated a BostonBlueBeat event, it was for Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I was going to say, Spencer was telling me, he's like, yeah, we had one, and then people just stopped coming out, so we had to, like, stop running it, basically, which is too bad. But I guess there was, like, a 16-man, very competitive bracket here last night for the weekly. Kite was saying.
Kite put in a lot of work to get people to come out. Kite's been, a very big champion for that game offline.
Especially in this area. Oh, my God.
Yeah, the New England area pretty much exists because of Kite. But yeah, no, this isn't mainly a Guilty Gear tournament. If I had to pick one game to represent BostonBlueBeat, it would definitely be Blaze Blue Central Fiction, mainly because BlueBeat only exists because of that game.
Yep.
But we also run...
And Plus R. Plus R was a factor, too. That's like the two kind of starting ones, you know what I mean?
Well, no, because Spencer only started running events so that he could run Central Fiction.
And that's why you got Teto, because that was the deal they had, was like
right.
that was their 2 games. So Teto's the Plus R cat, and Spencer's got Blaze Blue, so they came together and they're like, this is our favorite
So BostonBlueBeat now also runs a online BBCF event every single Monday.
Every single Monday, and they are always great. So I got to commentate for, I think, the first one they ran, and I was blown away by the quality of players they had there. Every single Monday, and at the end, it's a Ranbat system, so whoever has the most points.
No, that one finished.
Oh, that one finished?
Yeah,
I missed it.
They had the big offline invitational. I forget who won, but yeah, they finished up the Ranbat, but they're still hosting the tournaments. So if you're an online BBCF player, be sure to check it out on Mondays. Next one will be this coming Monday. But right now, we have a new matchup on the screen. It is going to be Diddle as the Kai Kisuke on player 1 versus Logan, the Zato 1 player on P2.
So we saw Logan, we saw Diddle run headfirst into the brick wall that was Echo's Milia. And they seem to be doing a lot better against the Zato right here. I don't know if that's considered a better matchup exactly, or if they're just a little more comfortable here. Ooh, okay. Spending the RC, continue the pressure. But this is another character that, like, it's very easy to get knowledge checked, and there's so many good buttons for plus frames. Like that sword right there, the sword super. Oh, wow. That was sick. Okay, never mind.
Really I was going to say, this matchup is difficult, but for different reasons. But, I mean, we're definitely seeing Diddle operate much more cleanly into it. And I wonder if that's because they have more practice. I think, because like we said, outside of Kazam, we didn't really have that many Milia players. But Zato is actually a fairly popular character in region. So, you know, it would make sense that you maybe have a little bit more practice against them. But it's still, like you said, a very knowledge check character. If you don't have a Zato in region, you are going to have trouble with this character.
He's got a lot of, like, weird specific stuff, but a lot of people forget that his 6P is also amazing, so watch out for that.
It's so frustrating to play against, too.
Oh, yeah.
But this is one of those puppet characters I was mentioning way earlier, because the 5 Dusk, if you have Pierce or the Frog out on the screen, is free. It's not...
Oh, it's so free.
And if you get hit, you explode.
Yes,
That's the thing that, like, these characters really, like, accentuate is if you block 5D, neat. You're still blocking because the Frog's behind it. If you get hit by 5D, you're actually going through the wall.
You're actually dead. So does Zato have a real 5P or 2P combo, or is his only punch confirmed 2P, 2P, 2P still?
I only ever see 2P, 2P, 2P.
Okay, so that's it.
But it's still so good. Like, that in and of itself, because it gives you enough space to send out a Pierce or something cheeky like that.
Yeah.
So even if you could combo into it, it's not really necessary because you can actually then start your next sequence with a better combo starter and have it not be, you know, interrupted.
All right, so Diddle not phased by running into the oppress right here. Oh, okay. I was really worried that went a wall break right there. Able to pick it up.
Really clean, actually.
That was mad. Good awareness to FD right there in the air. I thought they were going to get smoked by the Sato play. All right, there's a plus range of the sword again. Have to respect this. And that's what you were talking about. Exactly it. Congratulations. You forgot to block high. Wow, good tech on the throw. Yeah, and the neutral jump coming down with buttons. So that's a classic formula that works in every fighting game.
Yeah, so if you caught the frame right before the rematch screen popped up, if you looked at the Eddie bar, it was actually bright red. Whereas if you look at it now, it's blue. So the bright red Eddie bar means that you completely drained the bar, and it has to refill completely before you can actually use Eddie again. And so even though that combo looked really nice, especially after the Excalibur's overdrive, because you didn't have Eddie, you didn't have any way to close it out. And so we saw the 5H from Logan come out, but that is a very not super active normal, and so you saw Diddle was able to jump over it and actually punish.
Yeah. That's why Diddle felt confident poking out right there. Knew Eddie was not on the table.
Whereas that time we saw the 5H, there actually was a little bit of Eddie meter, so you had the Pierce follow it up. That time you just got hit by 5H. Eddie's available. We got Pierce, we got Frog. Gets the wall stick, and that's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage. All right. Logan starting to make a little bit of a comeback right here. Oh, the 2S max range. That button right there, bro, that blows my mind every time I get hit by it. I get heated playing against that.
Yeah, Zato definitely, I think Zato's actually my least favorite matchup in the entire game.
It's up there for sure. For sure. Especially when you get a good one, it's so annoying. Wow, good air pickup.
Really nice. The fidget spinner coming out.
yeah. Excellent stagger right there. Oh, no. Baits the burst. No punish. That's okay.
They actually have a punish, but
there's
6P.
Jesus, another trade? Okay, Kyle. Kyle stayed alive for so long right there.
Well, Logan's actually going to be able to close it out. Ties it up one apiece.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Yes, this is offline, actually. We are currently at Balance Match in Boston. So these players are sitting right across from each other, actually, which is nice to see.
Smack, you know how it is? No, I'm kidding. These guys aren't too focused on talking smack. All right, swords coming out again. These mad plus frames. There it is. That is absolutely a good spot to burst. Basically, make sure your opponent wastes that meter. Good confirm.
It's crazy that you can just charge up the heavy fireball there and still have it hit your opponent.
Yeah, right?
Like, they're watching you charge it, and they're like, I'm going to interrupt. And it's like, nope, you timed it just wrong. That could have been the end of the round right there. You saw the jump-in attempt come in from Diddle, and the oppose plus 2H was active. And I still think Zato's 2H is one of his best combo starters.
I'm sure.
Especially on counter hit, because it guarantees you a wall break on like 90% of the screen.
I don't think it's like completely universal, but there's a lot of characters where you get hit by their 2H, you're gonna die, basically. Yeah. Oh, the command grab. First time we've seen it. It uses it to close out the round. The old Sharknado.
Zato's command grab is really strong.
Oh, God. It's so oppressive.
Well, it's also grimy because as a puppet character, he can cover it and negate the negative recovery. So, because one of the things you see a lot in the corner actually is they'll get you in the corner, they'll potentially send out like a pierce and then the frog, and then while the frog is in the air, they'll try to command grab you. Because if they time it right, you can either get the command grab or you're still in block stun.
Yeah.
But you see the command grab whiff and you can't actually punish it because then the frog lands right on you.
It's wild.
And that's some of those things that you don't know unless you play Zato fairly regularly. So
oh, my God.
That actually would have been a really good spot for the command grab as well, because the oppose was up. So unless Diddle runs forward and tries to throw you, he can't push a normal really. And even if he does, you're behind it. The command grab either hits, or what we saw from the oppose was the other snake versions come out, and you just get hit.
That's especially if you're not used to this matchup, I think that's the hardest part about getting used to Zato is dealing with oppose. Especially if your opponent realizes you don't know how to deal with it, they're just gonna free you up with it. That is a Zato right now.
I blinked and the round was over.
Logan's adjustment in this set has been phenomenal. I thought Diddle was frankly gonna have an easy time after it.
I mean, their first game was sick from Diddle.
So good.
Like, they looked so much better than their Milia matchup.
Yeah.
We thought maybe they just had a better handle, but like you said, the adaptation from Logan's been really showing up.
And it's not like Diddle's doing a bad job by any means. You know what I mean? It's clear that they're at least a little experienced at this matchup. They're not doing like dumb stuff against oppose, but it's man. Logan,
if that picked up, I would have lost my mind.
Yeah, right.
The buffers into Amorphous, you don't see those very often, chat. I want you to know.
Yeah.
Like, we see Amorphous a lot, but not usually off of a buffer like that. Usually, like, we'll see it round start or on the wall stick that's already done. But what did we see there? Was it snakes into Amorphous, I think? Yeah, like, that is not a normal sequence.
Yeah, Exo King, definitely sign up online for the BostonBlueBeat online stuff for BBCF. Even if you're not like super confident in your play, it's a great spot to learn. Bunch of really knowledgeable players, and even in this area, we have some of the best BlazBlue players in the country. Spooky Blast is probably the best Arakune player in the country, and there you can just come here. That's that
bug character, right?
Yes, that's the bug character.
So
messed up.
I've literally asked Thantis how that character works, and he's like, I don't know.
Yeah, so that's actually a really funny thing about this region is everybody knows how to fight against Arakune really, really well, just due to the fact that they're playing against the best one right here, and they still get washed by him. Like, Spooky is so good. Yeah, it's crazy. So Benpai has, I think, one of the best Rachels out there. Thantis' Tsubaki is honestly incredible. I'm blown away with how many of these tournaments he's won. Toledo's got that god tier bullet. Like, there's some very, very strong players in this region. We're very lucky.
Toledo's actually traveled a fair amount this year. Because I hit every major, and I saw him at most of them.
Yeah.
So, and making it fairly deep with the bullet, like you said. I mean, like that's the thing about New England is we actually have some really crazy strong players, but it's for not mainstream games.
Yeah, right? Oh,
like,
I know.
Like if you
I
watch...
gotta cut in real quick and say, fuck Toledo, you know why? Because this fellow will get into top 32 winner side, say I don't want to commentate top 32, and then don't get into top 8. I have to slap his bitch ass because I'm like, go commentate, bro.
Go commentate.
Such an ass down.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Which is funny. It's funny Dink says that. Like, one of my favorite commentary duos of all time, you will pretty much only see here in this room most of the time, and that's Toledo and Alex. What the hell is Alex? Skellington.
Oh, Skellington, yeah.
I almost forgot Alex's tag. Yikes. Those two together are like, that might be my favorite commentary duo out of any game. They're so sick.
Speaking of duos, round start counter hit for Soul Bad Guy. Name a better duo. So this is actually going to be Aerodat, which we saw earlier, going up against Fems, playing the Aunty. And so Aunty, we actually have a couple of them in region.
Wallaby.
I don't know if I count Wallaby as Aunty anymore, but...
Oh, yeah. All right, that's my bad.
Oh, no. We actually saw Fems attempt the counter overdrive there, but Aerodat had a great read, didn't press the issue. But, I mean, Aunty's not as terrible as they once were. Oh, you're going to die. The pickup there coming in for Aerodat. Doesn't actually cash up the Tyrant Rave. It would have killed. Oh, that's why. They wanted to be disrespectful. That's why.
6H on round start.
Typical Soul Bad Guy.
Soul Bad Guy. Yeah.
But yeah, we got a couple Aunty players. There's a couple really good ones online too. And this character's received a fair amount of love, actually, through the seasons. Still not like middle tier, but I would say they're a respectable character now. But I mean, honestly, they shit out damage too. That's the biggest like positive that they have.
Yeah.
Like if you play Aunty, you're gonna do a lot of damage as long as you got your combos right.
Especially if you get hit by a counter hit starter. Oh my god. Big damage.
But I mean, like even this, like that was just a normal into one RC combo. And had they been like a couple spaces closer to the wall, the JD would have bounced.
Yeah.
So they would have been able to kill had they been not literally in the P1 corner when they started.
Yeah. Doesn't quite have the full corner-to-corner carry. All right, so Fems tying up the round count right here. Oh, check it out with 2P. And yeah, just using that DP. I'm always a huge proponent in every game of just using that DP to maintain the corner. Like, who cares if you're on offense? It's worth it. And more often than not, the punishment is negligible. Oh, there it is. All right. Good spacing here from Fems. Set up the butterfly.
Yeah, didn't quite get the pickup they wanted, so they had to opt into the butterfly. But so one thing that's crazy about Aunty now is like it used to be always, oh no.
That's gonna hurt. Oh, waited for the burst there. No! Sometimes you gotta believe. Like you
Well, that's the thing, you gotta force them to burst, is the thing. Like you have to call their bluff the first time before you can bait it out.
Yes.
What I was gonna say about Aunty is like when this character first came out, or when the game first came out, I guess technically because they were a starting roster, it used to always be Fujin into butt hop, throw.
Yep.
Because literally nothing else linked. Like you'd get hit by Fujin and everything else had enough of a gap that you either blocked or punished. So players used to get this mind fog because it's like, oh, I got hit by Fujin, they're gonna butt hop, I'll just throw. But now, because Aunty can actually do other things, you can actually get hit by butt hop throw now.
Yeah.
Even though you can react to it. But
like Aunty went for the counter right there. Got smoked. Yep, wake up throw. Drop the butterfly on him. Oh, we play plus R now.
Yep, gets the coup. Pigeon's gonna disappear.
All right, no burst on the table. Scaling is gonna be rough. Oh no, wall break might kill. Yeah, there it is.
Wall break does what us MOBA players like to call true damage. So no scaling. You eat that damage regardless.
Oh man. MOBA players, what's having money in your scene like?
Oh, it's great. It's amazing.
Dev support, all that good stuff.
We were just talking about rates the other day. $4,000 a day. Let's go.
Oh my God, if only. I don't think I've made that much money on commentary for the entirety of my whole commentary. Ever.
Yeah.
I haven't. I'm not even close. I don't even think I made half that. Damn. All right, Fems taking this this second game right here. This is
nice
shaping up to be a good one. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean that's the thing. Like Aunty's actually the only 5 guts character in the game.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Seriously? The only one.
The only one. There's 3 characters with 0 guts and 1 with 5. And it always catches me off guard that it's Aunty, right? Because you would think, you know, in a game with Potemkin, Gold Lewis, and Nagoriyuki,
oh wow,
it kind of is silly. But yeah, Aunty's got the 5 guts. They're all in his pecs, but he's
4 of those 5 guts are definitely right up top.
He's deceptively tanky. But on top of that, he just, like I said, he just does a ton of damage.
Yeah, me in early days of this game, me and Wally used to run the chip Aunty matchup. Oh my goodness. There's nothing like getting 5 or 6 hits against this character and still losing a round. Oh no! Speaking of big damage, 3 hits, 60% of your life, and a positive bonus. That's gonna do it right there. No! Oh yeah, I can't really convert off that. Yeah, that's my bad.
Still gets the perfect. Had 100 tension in the back pocket too, so they really could have done whatever they wanted after that.
I just noticed we got that Plus R soundtrack on in the background. Oh, song's banging.
Slam.
Shuts down the air. Oh no! Yeah, what were you talking about earlier? Roll through? Absolutely.
Yeah. That's also received buffs, right? You can now early cancel it. It's no longer just, you know, timed. Or not timed, I don't know. It's no longer static timing, I guess, is what I was trying to say.
I know what you're saying.
You can cancel it early. I think, can you elongate it? I don't remember that part, but.
I don't know. It's been so long since I've even pretended to care about Aunty that, oh, there we go. Okay, that is going to do it. Fems is going to finally take the lead here with the counter super there. I love it.
You saw Aerodat on the camera shaking their head too.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like they had the right idea, right? Yep. The YRC into pushing a button, trying to take advantage of your frames, but it's that frame 1 counter.
Hard to deal with. Hard to deal with. Okay, opted for the low right there.
There's not many of them in the game either, so it's not always something that's going to keep, you know, in the back of your head.
Yeah.
There are counters, but not many of them, you know, operate in such a way.
All right, here we go. Aerodat. Oh, counter hit 6S. That is going to be a good chunk of damage. Go for the reset right here. 1 more hit should be it. Cash out to that Tyro Rave. Yeah, PRC to get back. 6H is going to knock down. Has to spend the burst.
Man, I don't even know if I would have spent burst there, because you're such a life lead.
So, and that's the flip side, is I would absolutely spend the burst because I have that life lead. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so down with that.
Yeah, but like the life you don't carry into the next round, right? Whereas now we're going to see Fems get the burst way before Aerodat does. And if the round ends fast enough, Aerodat, it would have to be a hero burst.
Yeah, that's true. The fact that Aerodat is up around, I think, makes it a big difference. Like, yeah, if you spent that burst there and then still lost, that would be a huge issue.
Yeah, that's fair.
But because he had the life lead, even if Fems was able to get more hits, he would still build most of that back. So that's kind of why I'm fine with that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just, especially early in the set, I'm just all for spending burst early.
Yeah, I mean, I usually respect it, but like, yeah.
No, I get what you're saying, though. Absolutely. Like, it's definitely a personal preference there.
Especially now.
Preference, yeah.
So what's crazy is they actually didn't. They built burst on the very last hit of that round.
Yeah. So now you got it for the whole. Ooh, anti-air 5K. Oh, we got the Bobos. Yeah, Aerodat's hit that a million times. We're not dropping those tonight.
And then the Fafnir to close it out. And how many times are you going to get hit by that? It's been every round.
At least one more.
It's been every round. Oh my Lanta.
Does it build the? Oh no, that's big trouble. Yeah, why not? Why not, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have burst.
That time you have the lead, you have the burst, you have the RC at the end as well. Like, that is definitely the perfect time to rip that out.
Yeah, agreed. All right, here we go. This is only our second final game of the night. This is a great match so far, though. I am loving every bit of this. Dropping the butterfly actually connects, and that's going to be a huge punish. No, has to spend the burst.
Yeah, I mean, that time, 100% spend the burst, because that would have been easily half your life bar gone.
Yes, I agree. Oh, that's a punish. Yup.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed with the knowledge from Aerodat right here. We saw like basically the very tip of 2K punish the Fusion follow up there at the end. Punishes the spin to win.
Just chase them down. Just says, no, get back here.
My man's dialed in.
You're trying to backdash? No.
No.
Watch me sprint at you so I can solar plexer you.
And I think we've seen Aerodat do that in the exhibition too. Like once they have that read that, oh, my opponent's on the back foot, they're trying to make some space. No, get in there, rush down. Big, oh my God,
that's huge. That might actually be the it. Because we're gonna have Tyrant Rave at the end here. Oh, they dropped the combo.
But look at that, no panic from Aerodat though, just waiting. Okay.
They know that they just need one more touch too.
Yeah, and there it is right there, RC.
Yeah, the RC is gonna give them not enough.
I cannot believe that did a kill. Still, the Aerodat's working on a hood perfect right now. Like this is over. Yeah, 2D, the classic, the So Bad Guy classic, low profile. 3-2 Aerodat, and yeah, all of his boys are popping off right now.
Yeah.
Worcester State is...
All the homies hanging out from the exhibition earlier.
Yeah, this is great. You'll love to see it, though. That's like, I don't know, half of these big events are like that for me. Like, just bring a couple friends down, and you're all popping off for each other, you know? It's great.
I was just watching the replay there because we saw the obviously the air combo there that included the red RC. And, like, yeah, I would have believed that would kill.
Yeah.
If I was mid-combo like that, I'm looking at the health bar,
you
definitely, that's the right time to do it because it lets you get the grounded full combo. And there wasn't really anything else you could have changed there to get, more damage out of it, I don't think.
Yeah,
Unless
I don't think so
unless you, like, fall to the ground and buffer in Tyrant Rave, maybe?
Maybe.
No. You do JD, land, and then it'll get the wall bounce, and then you get a re-pick up, actually, because they're close enough to the wall.
After the RC?
Yeah, after the RC.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But that's like some big brain shit, though.
yeah. I don't know. We saw both those cats do some pretty big grain stuff. Like, I wouldn't put it past them. So it looks like we're going to have our... Who is Logan playing? Zato? Yeah, all right. So our resident Zato player is going to be facing off against Levity.
So the Leo
probably
player.
still playing Leo, yeah.
So I don't think this is a great matchup for Leo, honestly. And it can be really difficult for Leo to take control back because there's so many options that just cover flash kick.
Yes.
Right? Like,
absolutely.
We talked about like how oppose can set up problems for you in the corner if you're trying to like get out, basically.
Yeah.
And if you oppose a flash kick, oh my.
It still works, yeah.
You're gonna die.
You're gonna die. Speaking of which, Dink was just kind enough to put that match arena in the chat. Hop in there, claim those codes. I'm sure we still got some left, but if they are expired, please consider a direct contribution. We are getting well into our top 8 here, and I know Kazam is going to really appreciate all those dollary dudes who wipes the floor with everybody. I mean, what? No, I'm playing. All right, there it is.
There's the sponsor quests as well. Also,
Yes.
just take a second of your time.
And Match Arena's making that even easier right now, where some of them are literally just follow a link. It's great. You don't even have to link those other accounts. Oh, there's that oppose. Okay, so Levity being very respectful of that oppose right off the bat. Loving that. And both of these cats are playing the denim colors too, the best genist. All right.
So this is where things get tricky there for Logan, though, is they've been not great at managing the Eddie bar, in all honesty.
Yeah.
And so they're constantly finding themselves on the offense, just with no Eddie backup. And like Zatsu's normals aren't bad, right?
No,
like they're inherently not bad normals. The problem is they're almost entirely designed to also be covered by Eddie in some way.
Yeah.
So when you don't have those options, Leo can, flash kick out. They can, cross slash out. They can RC out. Like they can.
You got mad options.
Yeah, they can kind of just ignore you at that point.
Oh, there it is, the left-right coming out here. Oh, perfect. So Logan's the first one that we've really seen get that consistent throw on the cross throw. And his strike throw game is looking mighty dominant right now. Has to spend the wire.
Yeah. I mean, we saw Logan try and meaty there with the 5H.
Yeah.
They just didn't have any backups. So it meant that the flash kick wasn't going to be concerned. Nice guard point there through the pierce. They do it again? Even on a trade, that's so worth it there for Levity.
Worth it to get out the opponents too. Just take that right off the table. Oh, breaks the throw. Yeah, good read. And the fireball is going to connect. That was a chip, was it?
No, I think Logan input
so. That was chip. Dink's nodding his head. Yeah.
I thought I saw the pierce attempt to come out. So I thought maybe Logan was like pressing a button forward, but
maybe. I blinked, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it could have been chip too. I mean the life bar really wasn't there for Logan.
Yeah. Either way, it has to spend the burst right there. I agree. Get out of dodge. Logan's doing a really good job of not letting these little these road bumps, so to speak, phase him in his kind of quest to push him to the corner. Yeah,
I think he did.
out.
First of all, second of all,
yeah, you weren't kidding.
there was some really good stuff there from both sides. Honestly, we saw Logan trying to challenge out with the 2P.
Yep.
Levity had the read on that and tried to challenge with the counter state, the counter shield.
Yep.
But then once they realized the range they were at, they went for the overhead. And Levity pushed something else. I think it was 5H, and they just exploded.
There it is, keeping it meaty once again. All right, here we go. Logan finally get the poke out, trying to get some of this offense going. This particular, oh, there's the 6P, yeah. That move is so good. So, I think right before the latest patch came out, we saw Andre roll through and basically win this whole tournament, getting hits almost exclusively through 6P. Yeah, it was wild. All right, here we go. Levity's back in the driver's seat. Yeah, look at that stagger. 2K, 6K into whatever you want basically is still a formula tried and tested in this game through
It's
pretty
really
much all
good.
these patches. It's really good, yeah.
And I mean, like, we're seeing what happens when Levity can get control of the rounds. Like, we were kind of talking about, like, the defensive options that Leo has.
Yeah.
Zato doesn't have those.
No.
Zato really does not have a reversal at all.
Oh my god, the shimmy right there. That's going to be a ton of damage. 2H starter.
Oh, drops it.
Big drop.
But, like, you know, when we talked about some of these other, you know, corner control characters, we're like, oh, they have a frame 1 reversal overdrive. Zato doesn't. Amorphous is still a couple frames of startup.
Yeah. Yeah, and here it is. Look at that. Just taking a little bit of chip damage, finally swinging those big swords around. This is set point right here. Levity looking to take it 3-0 over Logan.
And we saw a fairly underutilized aspect of Oppose there in that it can reflect projectiles. The problem,
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
That's the thing, is you don't see that many projectiles.
Wow.
Especially against Zato, because usually he's hitting you with a Pierce or a Frog or something, making it not, you know, optimal.
Dude,
But
are you kidding me right now? He's just layering on
that's
those
bullying.
plus frames? Yeah,
That's bullying.
yeah.
You're still alive, but you're bullied.
Oh my god, I feel bullied just watching that. Bringing it up. That was the charge dust? That's sending a message right now. That's saying I'm going to Grands.
That was something you get to do because of the bonus Oki of breaking the wall with the overdrive.
That's crazy. Oh my god. Levity, man, we've seen all kinds of up and downs from Levity tonight. So we got to look back here. So they had first game we saw on stream, rolling over the Nushinator. Father, who set them to lose? I got to find this right now. Kenny. And that was the closest set we've seen tonight so far. Kenny and Levity 3-2. Man,
we still get to watch Kazam versus Kenny too.
I can't wait for that. So I gotta.
That's our winners finals match right now.
I gotta hit my boy for that actually, because he is a big Testament player and he's gonna want to see this.
But I'm actually gonna take this second step away for a second. So carry the broadcast for me.
I got you. All right, we're gonna do a little ad read real quick. So here's this bracket. Just moving this real quick. So yeah, Kenny and Kazam in winners finals. Levity just securing their spot in losers finals, and of course we are going to see at some point Echoes and Aerodat, two mainstays right here, for the privilege to play Levity and loser semis. But it looks like, yeah, here we go. This is the big one right here. I see Kazam sitting down on stage, at the setup, excuse me, and Kenny will be joining him momentarily. I don't think we are going to see any surprise to the character select screen right here. It's going to be Gold Lewis versus Testament. And I am so excited to see how this plays out. So Kazam is one of those players that when they come out, typically they win. And we have seen a lot of people contest that. I think Maz has come close. Maz might have even beat Kazam that one time. But for the most part, when Kazam comes out, Kazam wins. And this has been one of Kenny's very few bracket demons. So I'm so excited to see what the little man has against Testament. But hey, while we're waiting, friendly reminder, we do still have that match in Reno. Please, please, please hop in there. These players have more than earned it tonight. I think we've seen some amazing games, and we are going to see a whole ton even better games. Winners finals, I think, is going to be an incredibly close set, I hope. Or if not, it's going to be a clinic on Testament pressure. Either way, it could be both. We'll see. Loser side, we still got some Leo kicking around. Good character variety all around. I really like that we're not going to have any repeats, and I don't think there's going to be any repeats in top 8. Yeah, let's see this. Leo, Diddle, yeah, okay. Yeah, pretty much no repeats here. That's awesome. All right. So, shout out to our partner, Junk Food Arcades. We are working with them as part of their partnership program. You can check out their store for new sticks, hit boxes, and more. And we're actually going to be giving away one of their snack boxes for our upcoming event, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
The snack boxes are great, too. I don't know if you've had the chance to use one yet.
Oh, yeah.
But
the real little ones, right?
yeah, the micros are
Super
great.
portable.
As
Super
a guy, this is going to not sound great as I'm working my way through this analogy. It actually fits in my pants pocket, which is really nice.
That was really loud.
So I know it came together in the end, chat. But yeah, if you have pockets, human adult-sized pockets, you can actually fit the snack box micro in most of them, which is super great.
I didn't think they would actually fit. I didn't think it was that small. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is really nice. I know that they teased that they were coming out with a snack box micro XL, which sounds silly, but
Sounds
it's
like something Nintendo made.
well, it's basically the same thing, but it has more wrist space, which is really nice.
I like that.
So
Yeah.
it has more space for your hands, but I think the buttons are roughly in the same spot, but it's just more lap coverage and stuff like that.
Interesting.
But it's so like that's the one thing that I don't like about the actual micro is how
no
little
wrist space.
on
I mean,
my
you
hip.
should be floating those hands anyway. You don't want that carpal tunnel, you know?
I
get it.
I got it anyway. But anyway,
yeah.
but the carryability of being able to just like literally slip it in my pocket makes it so worth it.
Yeah.
And you can actually change the switches too. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know if you know that.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
So I know St. Cola has one with orange switches, and it is so nice.
That's tight. Of course, yeah. Of course, Cola would. All right, this is it. Winners finals. Before we get into it, we got a big charity event coming up on December 3rd. It's called Reverse Reverb. It's a collaboration featuring System Arcadia musicians and exhibitions across several games in support of the Okra Project, an LGBTQ plus food-based charity with a focus on black communities. So stay tuned for more information regarding that. Follow BostonBlueBeat on Twitter at BostonBlueBeat for more information there. But this is Winners Finals. Color coordination right here. You seeing this right here? I know that's not the color you was playing earlier.
No, because they were playing the orange one.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it is the same color because it's the same purple size.
You sure?
Yeah,
I'm tripping. I'm going to have to go back and watch a VOD. All right, whatever. Either way, we're getting into it.
I want to see how Kenny contends with the Stain State, honestly.
So that's kind of, I wasn't talking about Stain State, but just in general, playing the spacing game, that's one of the things I think that Kenny might struggle with, at least initially. But yeah, when you got options like that. Oh my God!
Yeah, I like it. I think representing the Frame 1 overdrives, if you can, buy you so much space as a non-defensive character.
And look at this. All right. So this is going to be the true test of Kenny's adaptability right here.
I think so. Kazam is actually one of the players that does give Kenny some trouble. And that was when they were playing Milia. Now they're playing more of a mid-range, solid normals character that wants to contend with a lot of the space that Kenny typically has free reign over.
And look at this, like absolutely playing around that BT range, not letting Kenny get anything going right here. Punishing a couple whiffs. Yeah, like I was talking about that when you were up. Like this is one of Kenny's very few bracket demons. Like Kenny has a lot of trouble against Kazam.
Yeah, it's Kazam and I want to say Mochi, but I know it's not his name.
Maz.
Maz, that's it.
And sometimes, even Kenny's been closing that gap sometimes. Maz is super sick though, so don't disrespect Maz.
But Maz plays the best character in the game, so let's save it a little bit.
Yeah, you
but
ain't
no,
lying.
I mean, look at the damage that Testament can bring out. Testament, they just, when they get that hit, they do not let up.
No, not at all.
So that is going to be game one going over to Kazam. And, you know, you talked about Kenny's adaptability. We talked about it a little bit earlier, too. But this is a matchup that I don't know how much it'll actually matter. Mainly because, you know, when you look at the defensive options that Kenny usually brings out, 2P is a huge one.
Yep.
Not going to be in range to use that.
Raw super.
Overdrive, not always going to have the tension to use it, honestly. Because you kind of have to be FDing, you know, some of this Testament approach.
Yeah.
And, I mean, like, drone and minigun exist, but technically, the drone's actually the least useful option because of right there, the teleport.
Yeah. Oh, and there it is. Great anti-zoning option, breaking out the minigun, but still can't close the distance.
The minigun, I think, is actually really strong in this matchup because it gives you the knockdown. And if you're closer than full screen, you should be able to get a pickup on it, I believe.
Absolutely.
But even at mid-screen, I think if you do, like, run-up JD, it might be close enough, but... Oh.
And there it is. That is going to connect. Raw super power. No, it didn't. Are you kidding me? Well, I thought that smoked the close.
I thought
right
for
there.
a second, too, and then I thought about it a little bit more. I was like,
I know,
no,
it did look like air
close
covered
slash.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but it was actually a little bit scary there for Kazam because they ended up with the wrong Grave Reaper. They ended up with the H instead of the S, so they didn't get the full link. But there we go, 6H into Grave Reaper. Who got Stain State? Does not apply it for the round start though. Doesn't need it apparently.
Oh, look at that. Spins the RC, and Kenny just decides to burst, get out of dodge.
That was so funny too.
Oh, what? Wow.
Kenny
Incredible.
picking the slowest button that Gold Lewis has to offer.
And it runs smack at the 6B.
Tried to pull out the minigun there too, right at the end. Eats the Arbiter sign. This is looking like a really bad matchup for Kenny.
So this is going to be...
I think it might be because of practice too.
And that's I think that's part of it, but I think long term this is going to be super better. This might be the most beneficial thing that Kenny can do is start playing long sets with Sam, because I think it's going to teach him to be more patient on defense. I really do. I think it's
I know
long-term development.
I know this isn't a great matchup for Gold Lewis either because I remember I used to watch Sajam and
Ramallah.
who?
Sajam and Ramallah. I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
they used to play this matchup like all day long.
Yep.
When the character first came out.
That's so clean.
And
That
I mean,
is so clean.
like Testament is a better character than when they released too. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the biggest complaint back then was that Testament doesn't have enough damage. But I think right now you can loop back into your damage well enough that that's not even really a complaint anymore.
Yeah. Has Kenny got around yet?
No.
Okay, cool. I didn't think so, but I didn't want to speak out of turn. Yeah, the zoning right here is oh, this is a clinic right now. Beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we're looping into damage back and forth. We're seeing a lot of these heavy Grave Reapers now in neutral, and I think it is because of the teleport versatility. Because like Gold Lewis isn't a jumping character; they have a single jump. It's got a really low arc. That said, we got some Milia play coming in there. Good old fat Milia.
I was really confused when you said that. I'm like, no, because I'm playing Testament now. You got me so good with that.
YRC, we get the knockdown. And yeah, I mean, even with the run-up, it's not great.
Oh, that's it.
Kenny tried to push a button. That's what that was.
And that was like honestly the best round we saw Kenny play so far, but it still wasn't enough. 3-0 over Kenny. And I feel bad for whoever wins loser semis and has to deal with a very angry Kenny right now. Like that's wild. So next up we're gonna see Aerodat and Levity, I believe. Nope, not Levity. Excuse me, Aerodat and I'm gonna have to check.
Dink's updating the winner's side of the bracket right now.
What was it?
Echoes and Aerodat.
Oh, Echoes and Aerodat. Sorry, I couldn't hear the Echoes part. Right, I forgot Echoes was still alive. That's awesome. All right. So this is gonna be another fun one. I think that Echoes has the winning record here, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But
Did we watch them play already?
No.
We watched them play separately.
No, not today. Yeah. We've seen both of them on stream, but not together. I think just from previous brackets, I think Echoes has the edge here. But the way that Aerodat is playing today, I really think this is anybody's game right here.
I actually just noticed that Aerodat was wearing the school sweater to represent.
Yeah.
I just realized that,
He's
even
got
though
the power up,
they've been on stream so much, and they even played in the exhibition, and I never noticed it.
Yeah, I mean,
because they play so locked in. Like, look at that webcam.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
bro.
they are locked in.
It's funny watching their facial expression too. There was a couple rounds they won in their last game that like even hit the combo to win, and you still saw the eye roll of I could have done that better. Like this man is focused. I don't know. I always love seeing the young kids out here putting the work in, trying to get better. So yeah, but both these cats are I don't know. This is one of the ones.
This is an awkward matchup too, right? Because it's Millia versus Soul Bad Guy. You know, it's going to be mixed city, but I mentioned earlier that Vapor Thrust in the Kai matchup. I didn't think Vapor Thrust was going to be that great because of the horizontal movement. Volcanic Viper does not have that same issue.
So this is just highlighting the work that Echoes has put in here. The very tip of that close slash was able to not quite anti-air Aerodat, but he blocked it, but it brought him right back down, and that's a perfect right off the bat. So Aerodat, the ball is in Aerodat's court right now. Like, is your defense good enough to survive? We know your offense is good if you could get in, but is your defense good enough to handle Echo's pressure?
I turned my head to cough, and I realized that was the side of the head my mic was on. But I just coughed directly into the mic.
I appreciate you not leaning toward me to do that, so thank you. Mighty kind of you.
I'm not used to commentating in headsets anymore.
Yeah, right? Oh, my God. Dude, online has spoiled us.
Got the nice sequence coming in here from Echoes to take back corner control. This is, even gets the plus frames.
My goodness. I don't even know how he got hit right there, but that was mad sick.
This is where you can kind of see the difference between Millia and other mixed characters. Because if you think about it, every other mixed character can cross you up in the corner.
Yeah.
Millia doesn't seem to really have that potential, but who needs it, right? Just get hit, high low.
I feel like her high low like really is good enough for that. And Echoes does a good job of mixing in just enough throws to keep you a little press happy, you know what I mean?
They get the nice pickups after these Capels too, is the other thing. Like these ground level Capels are so useful because it's, even on block, it's not punishable.
Yeah.
So like if you get the spacing and the timing right, it's a perfect situation for you because either you get hit and you get the pickup, or it's on block and you just run mix. Like, see, now you get the pickup and you get corner control.
That's so good.
That was actually really interesting that we saw the RC cancel there for the tandem top. That was the first time we've seen them go that route. Backdash going to get caught. And I like that top there.
Baited. That's it. No, we're not enough. Okay, all right. To get
bad
moon.
moon. Yeah.
Jesus, I'm like, Millia needs some help.
But yeah, no, we saw the tandem top there just raw mid-screen.
Yeah.
And that was to prevent Aerodat from just running at it.
Right. Hey, it worked out, right?
Yeah.
No argument there. And there's the DP. Okay, Aerodat trying to get something going here, going right over the 5K, getting the hit. Counter hit close. Oh, no, doesn't get the conversion off it.
Which is odd, to be sure.
Yeah, Aerodat's usually on point with that. I'm wondering if he just wasn't ready. Oh, my God. The fuzzy mash from Echoes?
And now you get the corner control. And we've seen Aerodat have a really big struggle with blocking low here. Busts out. That'll do it.
And it's hard, too, because... Oh, God. I don't know. It's hard, too, because on defense, Aerodat has played well enough against his previous opponents where it's not really an issue, right? Like, he's done a good job poking out, but Kazam's pressure is so... Not quite airtight, but
It's Echoes.
It's Echoes, yeah. and it plays around what his opponents want to do, which I think is very important as a character that kind of needs some help. Yeah, wow, that's right. Like, case in point right here. And there's the throw. Okay, set it up. Oh, Dios mío. Going right through. Positive bonus. Yeah.
It just gets the tandem top start.
I think that would have beat 6H too. I think that's what Echoes was looking for. Very nice. And that's game 2 going to Echoes. Wow.
They've hit every ground level Capel. Every single time.
Every single time.
Has not been blocked once from Aerodat.
Aerodat's not ready for it. It's, I don't know.
I'm wondering if they're pushing buttons.
That's kind of what it looks like, to be honest.
But it's not counter hit is the thing, so I don't think they are, but...
And that's the balance you have to find against Millia, right? Is I have to challenge because I can't get mixed, but also I can't challenge too much because you're going to get counter hit eventually. And Echoes is doing a phenomenal job. Oh my God, right there again.
No one said punish, but that means... So punish means they hit it in the recovery,
yeah.
Not during the active state, so...
Still. Oh my God, Echoes winning the clash right there.
That overdrive is so stupid.
Yeah.
It does no damage. Which, to be fair, I bet if you just added damage to it, it'd be too strong.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And like, this is hard because Millia is one of those characters where a top-tier Milia.
I didn't know who won.
What? Yeah.
The way the freeze frame came out, I couldn't tell.
Oh, man.
But no, that is set point now here for Echoes, looking to take it 3-0 over Aerodat unless they can make some sort of change.
All right, got those plus frames. Yeah, just not respecting this pressure at all. All right, knockdown, set it up. No, going for the throw that time. Okay, there it is.
Aerodat let off the gas for a second, and now they're spending a lot of time to block them.
And that's the problem. You can't do that. Echoes is not respecting this pressure. You have to keep it real. You have to keep it coming. And there's the burst.
It is super tough because Milia does have a reversal overdrive that you got to be careful of, right?
Yeah.
So, if we had seen Aerodat just continue to press the tempo,
it could run into overdrive.
Yeah. And I mean, you don't get anything off of it. It's not going to matter in the end. Well, you don't get anything off of it, but it's still, something to be aware of, something to keep on the mental stack.
And it's kind of like what you said earlier about baiting the burst. You don't want to try to bait the burst too many times. Just go for the hit at first. You know what I mean? You know what? Sometimes you're going to run into that scenario where, you have to worry about raw super. Let it hit you once, especially if it's early rounds. It's fine. Now it's in your mind. Now you can start playing around it, but you have to put that ball in your opponent's court
Which I mean,
you have to make them gamble on it first.
For Aerodat, they were on the final round of their tournament life already, so I can understand not wanting to press too hard.
Yep.
But I mean, it's just going to be a 3-0 for Echoes at the end of the day.
So
that sets up Levity versus Echoes actually.
So this is going to be interesting. This is truly going to be who can get the knockdown first, right?
Yeah.
Leo's damage is big enough where Echoes will not survive more than 3 hits.
No.
Just won't survive more than 3 hits.
I'm curious about the air game.
And that's where this gets interesting. So obviously that Leo's got that God tier 6P we talked about. Jump H, it just takes up an extraordinary amount on the screen. We've seen Levity in other rounds use Jump S as an air to air, and pick up for some big damage combos too. But Leo doesn't have that kind of air movement that Milia has, so it really could go either way.
We did see Levity with a lot of air throws earlier as well.
Yes.
So,
but it's still going to be the same style of the ball is going to be in Levity's court to make Echoes not only respect their pressure, but respect them on defense too.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to see if Levity can honestly just force Milia to the ground.
That's not a good start.
That was wild.
Oh, all right. So Levity spends the first.
I was going to say force Echoes to the ground, but Echoes was winning the ground game. So
yeah, I know, wild, right? So we've already seen Levity spend the burst, get his DP baited. Oh my God, gets hit by the high-low for no damage. That's okay. Wall break, not enough for super. Set it again. Yep, I love that decision, and that's going to do it.
Man.
And so that's the weirdly beneficial part of Milia not doing a lot of damage. She absolutely does not have to break the wall if she doesn't want to. She's fine taking those low damage hits, especially if it means building that meter, especially if it means closing another round like that.
But it's also because you get a guaranteed jail, right?
Yeah.
If you wall slump into tandem top, it's the same thing as seeing Heaven Chaos close slash, right? It's a guaranteed jail. You run mix off of it. It is. That could have exploded here. But again, the Capel at ground level, people do not have an answer for it.
All right, here we go. We're looking a little shaky in those first couple moments for Echoes right here. Oh, all right, whiff the 6P. Brother.
How? It whiff punished the slash.
He's so consistent with it. That might have been the fastest round the fastest game we've seen Levity lose. Levity's did a phenomenal job of extending all these games. Echoes is, God, dude. I'm so impressed with how far this kid's come. I'm gonna give him a big hug when this bracket's done.
I mean, yeah, if they keep playing at that pace and that consistency, they're potentially able to take it. Although you said they lost to Kenny earlier, right? That was who knocked him down?
I think it was Kazam. It was Kazam.
Oh, that's right, because it was the Testament Milia matchup, you're right.
And that was 3-0. That was clean.
Yeah, that's fair. And that's Kazam waiting in grand finals, too. So, but Red RC, no burst, able to close it out there. Levity able to take the round.
And Levity's no slouch. I mean, the stuff we've seen from Levity today is, I've been very impressed so far. They were definitely not good the last time I saw them play. They've been putting bad work in. And this is where Echoes finally gets in trouble. Okay, we've seen your offense. How's your defense looking? Okay, pretty good. Okay, my bad. You're right, though.
Yeah. All right, GG's.
GG's.
Gets the air pickup, gonna take him to the corner, sets up the tandem top, and yeah, just busts out with the flash kick. I think they wanted more out of that, but we're gonna get the burst either way. TK Bad Moon.
This is really stressing me out right now. Okay, good blocks.
High-low mix is always gonna be a thing here for Milia.
Ooh, that was scary. Oh, Levity respecting that a little too much, and that's gonna do it. Beautiful.
TRC's the projectile, able to get the normal. That was a really weird clash between the tandem top and the projectile there. It like hit so much deeper into the tandem top. I was like, huh?
I thought that's what Echo was trying to do, was contest that. But it clearly did not work.
That's a
well.
huge jump in.
Very lucky that dropped. Oh, there's the guard point once again.
Yeah, the Capel was actually too far away for the first time. So the guard point came out, gets the punish, overhead. That should be enough to close out. Oh no!
Not
they
enough.
Weren't close enough.
Oh, the shimmy.
Why you reaching?
Why you reaching? Friggin' reach out for the high five. Just got left hanging right there. Lost the hand as a result.
How? Daisuke, what is the hurt box on that?
Oh my god.
I'm actually gonna look it up because that is punished.
Yeah,
so
we
many.
need some knowledge on this, Doc. Give us the frames on this, please.
That is honestly
oh my god.
so many
Was that a
times.
teabag? I don't think that was intentional if it was, but if that was a teabag, Echoes, you're a bad man. And I love it. Oh yeah, there it is. All right.
So I mean, like, it's got a big hurt box, sure, but like, I don't know. I'm surprised it hit that 2K.
All right, Levity sending Echoes through the wall right here. Still anybody's game. Counter hit 2D. That is not enough. Oh no. Bait of the burst. That is going to do it. Levity taking it, or not taking it, excuse me, just going up 2-1.
Taking the game,
yeah, taking the game. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say.
You know what's crazy that I didn't know about this move? Is it actually adds lower body invulnerability to Milia.
That's stupid.
For 12 frames.
For 12 frames, okay. So that might be why we haven't seen a whole lot of 6P trying to contest that. The knowledge might be there for the players already, where they know, like, this isn't worth trying to contest. Again, how does he keep getting away with this? Echoes is just finding the best spots for this. Half the time I feel like he's not even trying to get a hit, he's just using it as a movement option.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because it's one of those movement options that doesn't eat up a dash either, so like, you still have movement after it.
I love that, dude.
Oh, you're dead though. You're definitely dead. Nope.
No, not quite. A hair left.
Literally a pixel.
All right, so no burst and no meter. Yeah, you don't have a choice. That's it. Just gonna chip you. Echoes looks completely unfazed though. This is set point. Levity, if they can take this, they get the run back against Kenny.
Oh, they actually interrupted the tandem top. That's massive.
I want to see a little more patience on defense here from Echoes. Like, oh my God, see, we're seeing a little too much stuff like that, and it's working more often than not.
But
with Leo's big damage, that was, I love the idea right there, but just didn't make it, and that's going to do it. Yeah, okay.
They
3-0.
They thought they were getting mix, and maybe they thought it was the fast fireball, which they would have avoided.
Yeah.
But because it was the slow, heavy one, they actually landed right on it, which is tough because it acts like the drone that we've saw so much of tonight, where it just carries you along. And another baited burst. I don't. Got to be a little bit, what's the word? Conservative on that one.
Yeah. Absolutely, and it's hard when you get to this late in the bracket too, because this is where the real nerves come in.
Yeah.
I don't care how much of an experienced tournament player you are. When we get back down to losers semis, losers finals, winners finals, the shakes start coming out.
It
you know
starts
what I mean?
mattering a lot more.
Exactly, and that's honestly, I think that's one of the reasons that, or one of the reasons that Kazam is so successful in these tournaments is there's not a lot that faces Kazam.
Yeah. I mean, especially when you're in the loser side, right? Like, you're starting to get into placing in the money, right?
Yeah.
Which, speaking of money, chat, there's that exclamation point Matcherino. Throw that in the chat. Click the link, log in, and click claim code for us, please. There's a guaranteed 25 cents into tonight's pots. The players are greatly appreciative of it. I know that for a fact. And there's really nothing quicker that you can do to support tonight's players. Even if you were to PayPal the winner tonight, the 25 cents.
This is still quicker.
A, it would take a lot longer, and B, there'd be PayPal fees involved.
Yeah.
So
I think you'd lose money off that.
They wouldn't even get the 25 cents. Whereas if you just go to the Matcherino, you can log in with anything. Gmail, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Discord, Line, Microsoft
You
account.
can do line now. Oh my God.
Like literally anything.
Anything. Like, it's astounding how many things, how easy they've made it for you to just get in and get it.
And I've never gotten a spam email from Matcherino.
Not a single time.
I don't think they've even emailed me, honestly,
Nope.
ever.
I get one when I donate. That's it. You're like you get one that says your payment is processed.
Yeah, you get
That's
a confirmation that you paid
That's
money.
it. Yeah, and that's only if you give your money. Like the claim codes don't count for that.
Yeah, if you pay Matcherino real human dollars, they'll send you a receipt.
That's it.
As a business.
Yep.
But if you just click claim code, you can sign in with anything, and it just all comes together.
There's no subscribe to our newsletter. There's no ads. It's just that.
Yeah.
Just
how many emails? How many Gmails do you have, Lennox?
I have one Gmail. I only have one Gmail, but I have a Yahoo account too. Those are my two emails.
I have like 6 Gmails.
Why?
They were all made for different reasons.
Oh, all
so
right.
I had one for like my old job because I worked at a cell phone store and we used to borrow cell phones.
Nice.
I had the one that I made to like sign up for things originally, and then like I realized that having a bunch of leet speak in my email wasn't super professional, so I made a professional email. I made like an original commentary email for stuff, and now I have my current commentary email that I use because the other one got like all spammed accounted out.
Hate
So
to see it.
I got a couple of them, but you can just sign up with the spam one if you're really that concerned about spam email.
Yeah.
Which Matcherino doesn't do.
Yep.
Lately, I've been signing in with my Discord account so that it actually
That's what I
puts
do.
like my tag instead of my my name.
Yeah.
Not that I'm hiding my name since it's on my Twitter, but
Same.
But it's also just way easier because you click Discord, you click authorize. I don't know why I have to authorize it every time.
Yeah, that's the only thing that screwed me up. I used to have to do like the QR code every time, which was very annoying. Now I don't have to do that.
I don't have to do that.
They finally fixed that. Thank you,
But
Matcherino.
like, even then, I'm like, Matcherino, why am I off? Or I'm sure it's a Discord thing, not Matcherino.
I guarantee you it's a Discord thing. Yeah.
But either way, we got our next matchup on the screen: Levity versus Kenny.
And this is a run back. Ooh, spending that early burst. Kenny wants that offense guard point. Wow. Okay. Levy coming out with that fury.
Yeah, definitely wants to get this under their belt so they can move on into the winners grand finals.
That's like modern day teabagging right there. The double friggin', oh my God.
Oh, you tried to backdash. Got caught. You got sent.
Look at the juggle on this. All right, go into the corner. Nope, set it up. I love it. BT. All right, the BRC, and sometimes you just got a DP right after. I get it. That's it.
Oh,
Done.
You always got
Goodbye.
to watch out for the throw.
So this matchup right here is, I think, the closest 3-2 we've had so far tonight. So I'm really excited to see if Levity can clutch it out against Kenny, or if Kenny just really wants that run back against Kazam. Counter hit 2P.
Yeah, big trip up there. Dodges the 2P defensive wake up.
Beautiful. Right through the BT. I love it.
Yeah, the one thing that really kind of messed up Levity the first time these two met was the defensive options, right? Like they kept flash kicking at the wrong time. Their bursts were poorly timed. But if they can just get a control on that, all of a sudden they look so much better.
And last time Kenny really had really keyed into their offense, right? So this time we're seeing Levity use the guard point a little more. Not necessarily as a guard point, but just to switch up the rhythm a little bit.
Oh, the burst got baited again.
Throw.
And you die
And you
because of
died.
it.
Wow.
You got to block sometimes. Sometimes you got to believe in your defense.
Honestly, that's like feedback we can give to both these players. Like,
But like, I don't know. It's like burst obviously operates different than previous Guilty Gears, but like Kenny's not old enough to know that a Guilty Gear existed before Strive, so like he maybe doesn't have that preconceived notion of like what you can do with burst.
yeah.
We're also 2 years into Strive though, so you should really know how burst works about it these days. But like, yeah, I mean the block on wake up.
Levity tried to get too tricky right there. Oh man.
Red RC back. Tried to meaty with the back fist, but
Excellent backdash, just moving out of the BT.
is that gonna be enough?
I think so. Yeah, there it is. That does a ton of damage. That friggin' big overhead stop swing is just so impressive.
The guard break there sometimes catches me off guard with how much it does. It does a fair amount on chip too.
That's what blows me away every time. Yeah.
But guard point, at least showcasing it, but
So looks like Kenny's keyed into the Leo Classic with 2D and then flash kick. I feel like every Leo player has that in their back pocket.
Because they're already holding down, right? You might as well flash kick.
Might as well flash kick.
You just got to do the up motion now. No punish on the throw attempt there. But, I mean, this is a near impossible comeback here for Levity this round, I would say. I mean, like, you're literally one hit away. Minigun's pretty good.
Yeah, minigun's pretty good.
A level 3 minigun, even better.
Even better. Oh, Kenny. You being disrespectful down there, son?
That was a really nice long normal coming out there from Levity. Good blocks.
I like what Levity's doing right here is when they're not going to immediately press button, they just back the hell off. Let Kenny try to whip someone.
I really don't know how I feel about that overdrive. I get that it's plus frames, but that could have been really bad. That could have been the most baited burst we've seen today.
Yeah, it connected though, so hey, you know what? That just means it's genius.
But I mean, the 2.0 patch also changed how those high bursts operate. They're much more punishable these days.
Huge 2D punish right there. Doesn't get the full combo, but gotta corral Kenny. Yeah, look at this, just playing games, trying to get a punish in here somewhere.
We're gonna hit negative state soon though, if we keep getting backdashes in here from Levity. At which point they'll lose all that meter they've worked for, but they approach just enough.
Just enough.
To get the K to close out the game.
We got one apiece right here. Yeah, Levity looks like they're finally starting to key into some of this rhythm right here. Yeah, look at this. Kenny is just whiffing some of these 2Ks. Like, obviously, he's got quicker recovery, so it's not a tragedy by any means, but it's at the worst, it's data for Levity, you know?
I mean, what happened? The round started and Levity's dead. I saw one Behemoth Typhoon hit, and now here we are.
I blinked, and I don't know what happened. Oh, great whiff punish right there. Oh, my.
Where's the level 3 minigun?
He's just keeping it on him. Jesus. All right, Kenny. Taking another round right here.
6P, flash. It's a good 6P.
It's a good 6P, and the fact that it just clashed instead of winning is absurd.
Yep, we got danger mode coming in here for Kenny. Can't backdash too much now, but now that he's got corner control, doesn't need to.
Just going for the meaty there, yeah! Whiffing the throw.
I think Kenny was expecting cross slash, that's why.
That's gonna get blocked. No, that hit! Oh, I thought he was gonna recover in time. Incredible.
Yeah, it's a really strong overdrive for that sense, but great backdash even through the PRC.
That was a ballsy move right there, but it paid off very nicely. Levity once again gonna tie it up.
That dash one that we just saw there from Levity,
yeah,
it looked like it should have crossed up, but because Goldblue is one of the bigger characters in the cast, it didn't quite go all the way through.
Yeah.
And I think Kenny was expecting it to cross up too. That's why they blocked one way. But either way, it's tied up round-wise. You see Levity off to a great round start.
All right, burning through a ton of that meter for FD, but that's okay. Didn't get hit, able to spend it on the red RC right here. Going all the way to the East Coast, plus frames.
Into the command grab.
Well, that's the first time we've seen that tonight.
Yeah, you don't see it from a lot of Leos. They don't.
No, you don't need it.
Yeah, well, yeah, but they don't. I don't think they believe in the frame data because it's pretty punishable on whip.
Yeah, big time.
But as we saw there, if you can get it out and you can get it to connect, it's great damage.
And it's good for mental damage too, you know what I mean? I think that's what most Leo players use it for when they decide to use it, just to get in your opponent's head a little more.
We saw Levity there let up on the guard point a little early, didn't want to try and block out the drone, but...
Oh, I love that. I haven't seen a lot of use of the heavy fireball in this matchup yet either, so starting to sprinkle it in. Big trade right there once again, trying to contest that sentry bot.
I think that's the issue, is that the drone just beats the heavy projectile.
Yeah, that's true. If Kenny's able to react to the startup, absolutely drop the drone, profit.
And I mean, even if you're at a minimum of level 2 dronage, I think you're fine.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And it's pretty easy to get to level 2.
And Kenny's been pretty judicious with the drone usage, where it's always in level 3. Like, he always lets that thing charge up.
Yeah. And he's resorted to the minigun too, which we saw beat out the heavy fireball in the first game.
Oh yeah.
So there's a few options that Kenny can showcase there, but right now you lose corner control. That actually stuck early. Wow.
Levity's still ready with the super right here. Gonna get that positive bonus. Gonna get a little bit of O-Keep. Yeah.
Heavy fireball right in Kenny's face. I think they're hitting a button.
I think the guard point. No. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
I think they were setting up for the guard point, and it just wasn't in time. I think. I don't know.
Or maybe that just disregards the guard point. I don't really know.
I mean, it would be a little silly to spend the 50 tension and then get guard pointed.
Oh, I thought that was going to kill, and there it is.
Trade.
Wow. All right, tied up on the rounds once again. This is set point for Levity. Kenny needs to clutch out this round with punish 2D.
I kept expecting a burst from Kenny at any point that last round too, but
Same.
they held on to it.
Wanted to keep it smart. You had the round lead. Why not?
Both players in that danger zone though. Negative penalty for both of them? I've never seen that before.
They're playing so much more respectfully than they did last time.
But I mean, look at them. They're both now meterless.
Yeah.
We're 30 seconds into the round almost, and they're both meterless.
It's okay. It's one of these deals where it's okay if I'm poor as long as you're poor too. Oh God, what a pickup. Okay.
Oh, that's tough though. It went back mid-screen.
Oh, that's okay. Able to continue the pressure. Finally gets thrown out of the dash.
Oh, we're still backdashing?
And that's dead. Goodbye. Kenny clutches it out, brings us to final game. Nah, that's gonna hit. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
I thought maybe gravity would help Levity out a little bit more, but no, not his friend today.
Not today. Not today.
I mean, that could be another one of those things about this game only having the 3 weight classes versus the 5 of Rev 2.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Great backdash on that behemoth, though. Early burst here from Kenny again, trying to buy space. The drone even helping out a little bit, but...
I forget you can air block
again!
in this game. That's
the
incredible.
The burst is gone!
And that's going to cost them.
That's actually the round.
That's absolute. No! Okay. Ooh, sorry. I just blew out the freaking headset right there.
The throw attempt there as well. If Levity can kick this back, they deserve it, but...
Yeah, and they got a chance right here. Okay.
The fake reset?
Yeah.
Through the wall, so they get a safe jump option. What do they do with it?
That was the most anticlimactic ending to a round we've seen in a minute, but...
That's a tough loss.
It was so on brand, though.
Yeah, that really is on brand, so... I mean, we do get a little bit of burst meter back here for Levity since they made the round last so much longer, but it's still not looking good for him. Kenny should get his back guaranteed, especially since he's got the round lead, but...
All right. Levity was able to cash out on some of that risk gauge right there, too. Wow.
Wow. That button's goated.
This kid knows.
That button's great.
Okay, so not completely effective at dealing with the Sentry, but did a lot better than the last couple times.
He got hit by 1 tick of it, too, which I think was the problem. But now with that back throw into the overhead.
Final game, final round. This is it.
And Kenny, they're actually even on burst meter, too.
Yeah. This is as close as it gets right here. Flash kick. We're going up and going back down, cross through. Oh, that's the Levity special right there.
Back and forth, back and forth. Recovers in time from the overhead. That's the thing about Leo. None of those back turn normals take that long to recover.
Yeah, oh, it's incredible. I'm blown away by how little recovery they have every single time. And this is it. This is Levity's round
What do you do with your Oki? You failed it last time.
That was so... I can't believe that hit.
Oh, the Behemoth Typhoon!
Oh my God, the gold burst! That was so big brain. Okay, here it is. One more hit.
You need a touch. What do you do with your 1 touch? The PRC?
Has to spend it, and there it is. The 2K is enough to close it out. That was too close for comfort. Kenny played a very good set.
That was really strong.
My God, Levity able to bring it back 3-2.
You saw Levity sit back with a sigh of relief after the end of that round, too. They knew how close it was.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that means your grand finals is going to be Kazam versus Levity,
who I don't believe they've played yet today.
I don't think they have. I think they came up through opposite sides of the bracket. I think you're right. Because Levity got sent to losers. Oh, yeah, by Kenny. Yep. That's right. And that was, I think that was to get into winners, semis, where they, oh, yeah, we have it right here.
Kenny versus Levity was the top 8 winners semifinal.
Yeah, so yeah, that would have been the deciding game. So they came up through absolutely opposite sides of the bracket, and now they finally get to face off in grand finals right here. I honestly don't think anybody's stopping Kazam tonight. But the way that Levity's been playing, if they have a good shot as any, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we have seen the Testament Leo matchup today, I believe. I forget who it was, but we have seen it.
I don't think so. The only Testament we saw in the exhibition.
Well, we saw Kazam, obviously, as Testament.
But they only played, this is why I write stuff down these days. So Pilot played Lucky D.
Yeah.
That was Kyle. Testament Milia. No, I think it's just been Testament Kai, Testament Amelia, Testament Ram. No, I don't think we've seen Testament Leo yet tonight.
But I think that, you know, the points that we've made against Testament stand fairly true against Leo as well. Because we've talked about a couple of the rushdown matchups that Testament can struggle with. Mostly because they just don't have a reversal outside of the overdrive.
Yeah.
But the range game is going to be really interesting to watch because, you know, Testament, they have very mid-range normal pokes and things like that. Leo can contest at that range, while once they get that advantage, just push the tempo. Like, force it to close. All of their buttons are going to be pretty much faster than that the 2P 5-frame of Testament because they just don't have it. They don't have anything faster except for an overdrive. So and they're not going to want to spend tension always on an overdrive.
No. I think Leo Fireball is going to be a little bit of a factor here too. Might be a little hard to set up like the real heavy one in neutral. But the S version at least could be.
I don't think it'll be that hard actually. Now I'm thinking about it, because the Grave Reaper's a slow-moving projectile.
I'm thinking more about the burn.
The
you know what I mean?
Diver.
Yeah. Thank you. I always forget what that's called.
That was pretty fast, but
the startup might be. I think the S is going to be the safer option. The S Fireball, because it's going to be less about getting in for Leo, which is important. Don't get me wrong, but it's going to be more about just contesting Testament at that range where they're trying to set up their offense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you can stop them from setting Stain on you, I mean, that's a huge boon right here, right? And from there, you could focus on trying to get in. But it's hard because when we saw Kazam play Kenny, Kazam played at a range back. They played further back than I thought Testament could play, to be perfectly honest. At a range where every single version of Behemoth Typhoon would have whiffed by a mile. Yeah. And it did in most times that Kenny tried it. Massive whiff punishes there. So, I don't know. It's hard to speculate about this, but I'm excited to see what other players
also,
have.
who would have thought this would be a grand final matchup? Leo Whitefang versus Testament?
Yeah. Not a Nago, Ram, or Happy Chaos.
Yeah, no top tiers here in Boston.
That's fine. As much as I love Nagaryuki, like, so I only got eyes from Maz.
Already bursted.
See, and there's the S Fireball. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it would be better usage there because of the way it clashes with Grave Reaper. But Grave Reaper still sat the Succubi right where it needed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's not as good a tool as I was expecting it to be.
Wow. Kazam calling out the 2D with the 2S immediately. There was no hesitation right there. And there's the Stain State. Trying to pop the Fireball. Yeah, a little late.
Tried to up back after the teleport, but YRC going to get blocked. Kazam's just ready. Oh, no.
Oh, man, you could say that about every match tonight, though, so far. Kazam has been ready. BRC. Oh, my God, that's such a smart option defensively.
Oh, jumps back behind the Arbiter sign. State, adding a little bit of trickery. Danger mode for Levity already.
Oh, a hair closer to the corner. That might have killed. That's going to do it. No, not quite.
Danger again, though. Can't get the OTG.
Wow. Is that the first round we've seen Kazam lose all night?
No, they definitely lost a round against Kenny. Yeah, Kenny took a round.
Okay.
Wow, already bursting again. Both of these players not caring to block. They want to be out of block stun as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, against both of these characters, like, absolutely. Like, you don't want to be stuck in block stun against either
great
one
whiff
of them.
punish. The backdash there to dodge out on the 2K. Keeps RC's forward, just trying to keep tempo going.
And you can see already Kazam is keyed into some of these tendencies. Like, Levity's gone for the kind of not real cross up a couple times on Oki.
It's so crazy that we're seeing Kazam opt into the 2H there where Testament spins the scythe. That is, again, one of those moves on paper that basically shouldn't be usable. The startup,
like, what, 32 frames of recovery or something like that?
No, well, maybe, but like the startup is also something close to 30 frames.
No way. Oh, yeah, yo, check that. I'm curious about that.
It is easily their slowest button.
Oh, yeah, see? And this is the hard part is Leo can try to find, oh, that's dead, that's dead. No, oh, no, mid-screen technically.
Just gets caught backing up. But yeah, I mean, they didn't actually get anywhere with the flash kick, which is tough.
Or the 2D. 2D got straight up blocked at that range. And I think that's, if you're playing as Testament right here, that's something you absolutely have to be aware of because that's going to be Leo's go-to button to get out. We've seen Kazam stuff that straight up with 2S and just straight up block it a couple times.
And Leo's one of those characters tall enough to just get hit by the raw, unholy diver, even when it goes straight across.
Oh, great whiff punish right there. Oh, okay. Levity finally finding some bars here. The BRC able to get the back throw, apply the staying state, and baits the DP again.
So it's 23 frame startup, the 2H that I'm talking about.
Damn.
Wait, it's only -2 on block, sure, but like.
So spaced out, that's pretty good. But
yeah, it's a long time to start up.
Yeah.
12 frames recovery on whiff. Arbiter sign though, doing great mileage. And I don't know if that was on reaction red RC, but that worked out really nice.
Mad cheeky too, doing that second one. All right, here it is, going back in. Mark off Sam.
Gets the stain state applied.
With the 2D again, no punish. And there it is, there's that S projectile. Excellent whiff punish there from Levity. We're going back in.
It's tough to watch them send Testament full screen like that because then they got to do all that effort to get back in, but it's still one of the better enders there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you just got hit by that 2H of all things, launching him to the moon.
Oh, yeah, love that. Oh, okay,
no.
gets the jump in.
Yeah, the stain state explosion going to force out the burst. I respect it. Heavy fireball for the meaty. Went for the guard point, too. Just for a second, but able to recover fast enough to get that throw attempt.
So sick. All right, Levity finally taking another round. Oh, no, runs right into the back throw. Kazam is able to get some of this offense going. Once again, destroying the projectile, no less. Wow, I didn't know you could do that in that range.
Stain state gives you a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
Was expecting the jump out of the corner, so they went with the 6P, but turns out it's a projectile. And you can actually see this. This 2H has to be a Leo thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, it really is not used that much, chat. This is not normal. Kazam just making it work out. Your life bar is toast. It's no longer yours.
It's no longer yours. Kazam has eaten it up with his succubi.
This is currently 2-0 in favor of Kazam on the winner's side of this grand finals.
One more round is all they need.
Levity would need to win 3 games in a row, and then do it again.
Do it again. Yeah, that's a tall order at this point. Kazam has showed us exactly who they are, and that's a winner. in case I'm unclear about that. Oh, no, I love it. Glove going for the guard point right there, but got caught whiffing. Able to...
The 2H is actually doing a lot of work in this matchup. It's because it is a launcher technically. So like when Leo is going for the guard point, which blocks mids and highs, or if you're doing like the 2D and you get caught by that 2H, it's a counter hit launcher, and you then get hit by everything afterwards.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that's not even like with the stain state applied. That's just how it works normally.
Wow. Good defense from Kazam, waiting for the optimal time. Oh, and there it is. Arbiter sign. Oh, another one.
Tournament point here for Kazam, by the way, chat.
And he's just throwing out Arbiter signs like his job.
As Levity sits on about 10% HP, probably not even that much.
That's
and they got the unlucky side swap from the game mechanic there.
Still not out of this, though. All right, Levity, doing a pretty good job of maintaining the composure. It has to spend the burst. Yep.
Oh, that was a great jump back to get the knockdown.
That's what I want to see more from Levity. Not going for the left-right stuff as much. The fake left-right stuff, I should specify. Just keeping it real, just keeping the pressure. Air throw, no. Okay, go for the pickup.
Gets the burst. Oh, but the Arbiter sign. You got to be worried about chip now.
Wow, that's got to feel bad if you're Levity. Oh, man, still had a great try there, but Kazam is kind of too sick right now. Not dropping a single game.
I think Levity up backing there was actually an attempt for the same situation they'd won out before that, where they do the double fists out.
Yeah.
But we saw Kazam slip in that JS, which is a fairly good normal when you're trying to beat out other air normals like that. I mean, we could have seen really anything from Kazam. We could have seen like an Air Grave Reaper, because you can send that out. The JD that we talked about earlier, where the I don't know, the goo. It's not even a Grave Reaper. It's literally just like a wall of goo.
Just goo them up.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, great stuff to Kazam. Yeah. They lost 0 games for the most part, at least on stream that we saw. So
they lost. I don't have to look at the bracket. They lost 0 games.
making the Testament look really strong right now. Yeah. Still a good character, chat, if you're looking to pick them up. but
feel like underrepresented too, and I think that's one of the reasons
Yeah.
that people think that Testament isn't as strong as some of the I guess you could say higher tier, mid tiers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people are not playing Testament at this level.
yeah, and it's so interesting to see stuff like that because you can look at the opposite side of the spectrum and see how many people talk about how good Ramlethal is.
Yeah.
Still never see her get picked up, and has a non-winning tournament record in terms of like championships. So
I know, it's funny
interesting
how
how
that
the
works, isn't it? Yeah.
interesting how the social media works out there.
man.
But that's gonna be it here for the Guilty Gear tournament. We do still have our Blaze Blue Central Fiction tournament coming up.
around.
And so before we send you off for a break, chat, we want to remind you one more time about the Matcherino. Exclamation point Matcherino in the chat. All you got to do is click the claim code after logging in, and it supports tonight's players. 100% of the Matcherino going over to them. They certainly deserve it, especially if the show that they just put on for you guys.
Yeah.
Also, if you saw what you saw today and you want to be a part of it next time, December 10th, we are hosting the same thing again, where we get to come out, enjoy some offline games, some commentary, some wonderful teams and people. So be sure to come to Boston Balance Patch December 10th so you can get that checked out. And if you can't wait that long, we have some online matches for you. Every Monday is Blaze Blue Central Fiction if you play that game. And then we also have our online monthly, which is going to be next Saturday, the 19th.
That's going to be plus R, not BBCF. And of course, thank you to Junk Food Arcades for partnering with us. Check out their store for new sticks, hitboxes, and more. And we are going to be giving away one of their snack boxes for our upcoming events. So that's it. My name's Lennox. This is the good doctor himself. Thank you guys so much. Stick around for Blaze Blue Central Fiction. We'll be right back.